Live for Sompa 93.1 FM Busia Prena so said on a pay. Yatasi Kakuda won somebody per fisa pay copy said to me. This is the final lap on your Cotin Super Mercantile 93.1 FM. Of course, setting the pace for others to follow. Welcome to the biggest platform in the morning. This is the final lap. The Saturday edition of Sompa Sports. And I was so strong with meeting and Richard Chris. Adam Sakowa Mackenzie. Call me Teletalking, call me Teletas Intelligence. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where we expose you to the details and the highlights of all the stories cropping up this morning in the world of sports. Welcome on board. Prince Wate Buantino, Sir Prince. Atas and Opemba Tenenka. And what to so. And of a Philip Cobra in Kumsa, El Salipo Swata Sedano Pay, Mobatenka, and then me patron, Yabamu debate, Yabamu disca only on the Betway betting app. Now, for me patron, Okos for the Wacha, Nabi Piasso Tobacco, so Tamana, the course me pray, and you are to jump for this weekend. I'm a Piasso, that tobacco kind, in Tomataro Manano Pesto, Tienka, no promoter, or Rescano Ticotano. Ores kanuti kotana aya Sompa TV no promote me enjoy kama pa afa Sompa TV our YouTube no so no subscribe no to message na ba and afa Sompa 93.1 FM on the Facebook na one follow na wa share na to message na pa no pebe kenkan ensom etama we etoma tene so ama bibia so etoma ko enya stem keto kwanti wa do no pai ma ofidi no na ha me ntim nko ba bia utiv ne men fan to ba bia na niema so na be ko yeso taba what ase ama bibia so etoma we pay na no na pato ba me fan to the St. Jeffrey Authority Apostle mo baten kan na no pai ana fe Ajekum Blanson AK Orlando as what the fist and details in national debate come pa ana fe Cinco de Mario yes as what the come pa Mr. Wack the executive producer of the show and I'm familiar anything and so and Ronaldo to the water Roberto Firmino the finisher yes woman a producer from now to we drop until I talk about Facebook no so see no for messages no Ebra na dropping o messages na fa yanku anim ema be piasom yentime kwen no pay den stoma to be pro enti mame gentleman dental clinic na yanku anim o robot gentleman dental clinic be patcho weekend e bia na going to man ko be bia na me patcho so wo pipidi on enti pese bia be pie wo betima catch gentleman dental clinic for wo be fie na for baba be ma treatment no na be piasom etuma kweso daba me patcho bonu anumka wo peste no mo jafu no mo ba kaka na edokro efia bawo katama so ana afa bi patro krabo no na ni nyina no ya gentleman dental clinic komajuma etino person tenka na mi patro robot gentleman dental clinic na fem perform na so etoma shaw ama bi piaso etoma kweso tama na gentleman dental clinic sa mi patro sias no enka wanka wa be sha mi patro just why ye bibi bianya de se kwa no apomode sam obetoma ram enso gentleman dental clinic be scaling polishing teeth whitening and some getama amam patro sino so to pay fita kama wa was no person was in court and also silver yet then a pure gold and a pure 70 sima and papa and a gentleman 10,000 can be patro monster no tomorrow wo bo tuma party sa konkoma for giant it no pay you wo chakwan e wa be potential the Tana UMP bank no no ya won so pay me patro pen total police station no ya the matter the school the teacher mu enti kwator bo bobo to na fe woni en so to matin komo so 55913 9582 0559139582 Yahoma Ubetuma friend gentleman dental clinic cafe one in perform that's what to meeting come ama be piaso to so tamao na me patro don ma me fan to the St. Joy Camp Roofing Company Limited Botuma pa intim and pa what yanka no robot Joy Camp Roofing Company Limited na for what dina western to lantano yetima botana so come na so tamao ama be piaso let me pay me patro mo chance ni mudu pa e materials and the manufacture and what the power tanners were as soon in can it be matable. I think and you naturally emubu empa what you say brody be kasa emfedi ana fe bi pacho senso to a eno ankasa ro no ho enti ni pacho ram e wo joy cam roofing company limited a wo mon chance no ana for ba senso so bode be ye wo tane so tama no ni nyina ye papa enti men hwa akoma wo tempo ram e wo joy cam roofing company limited na fe perform that's what me says your kama na for ma quality service ama bi piaso enti me pay aso informantero no power to me ka ram e wo joy cam roofing company limited na fe perform so enti me says your banner IPRITT soft lock ana fe Erotas ana fe bi pacho sa wo pay chakwan wo ba robot tachiman akra sunyane bokatanga tabale wa baby a be fe piata krade wo biase joy cam roofing company limited kumasia ya wo sokuma na mpame ya name police station de tin hwede ani ani koba 0551 009,000 0551 009,000 ya homa ubetuma fa joy cam roofing company limited afa wonen perform aswe tuma din koba ama bi pia aswe tuma ko so tama me pacho ba me fa to de sa aba ye free joy cam no na robo imposter ba mesa opos netro imposter ba mesa opos netro entro way eye kama entro way eye super fantastic ya sam kitokra atasam nya sam kitokra ntino no pai sa wote nka no promote so kwakoti entro way no anu no bi no bopo ya de bi wodi pagyenim a why test awoto why no fe na so enyement men kwen fama no me ka to se ne patro droway na ebetuma boa na fe etuma pom ya de bia evisa ne patro immune system booster boba onkoba na won tene kosro pa enti wonu a wadar ma tetere sam ya de bia boyare bia gara we e de fi ne pagyenim na ma ho so tebeto eno aye me patro imposter pa booster no nyabido no afa oba bema woto no de bia person oye dwuma na wo pese de bia wutime so ko adwuma so dia na me ka to se wataroma e imposter ba master no eno ne adro betuma boa ama bibia so betuma wie pa so tama imposter ba master tete imposter ba master bobo me patro adro we ano hye papa post netro o ma bibia to no pia no so betuma ka de ene mpedefoni komo 024620 8496 024620 8496 ya homa ubetuma fa imposter ba master na fa no perform aswetuma din koba ama bipia aswetuma wie pa so tama enya stem keto ko panudu to homa we ana wo fra Dr. Sharp o ya heavy wo bo juma papa enya stem keto krantim na de tere no me patro ba me fa to de sa de tere sa abra ye free imposter ba master so no ne quarterly cell connecting energies erati na ko portally cell mo heavy so wo de sika keto abi na fa wo de credit ana fa bundle bebre ano me patro telecell what is the kaketua bi na wo je bundle bebre na fe call credit bebre na wo som go data se so paka pa ama bi piasom letma wie pay ano understand me patro nya telecell chip no na fe wo data phone so no one dial star 530 now the hash appears no miaso a obosa options ni ba pam nya stem keto kwa bi patro ano no person wo tenka promote some go stop to maka telecell chip no na fe wo dia how far ama bi piasom yatuma kwenya step kitokwa eno no patro ba be fonto de settle sasa ono ko a ene betuma mo stay alive e was social media so no for connect to energies no ama bi piasom yatuma konkan a chasanya step kitokwa enti eno eye me patro telecell enso dia eno so e no time help me study ye draw me patro wa poso yo ya another past I want to as a show to win to the year what any time help master malaria no and the close standing to it none of person what you can no promoter some in part of the tenisa on some to make time help master no one be no bobby now bit me the kama every famous statistic through and of a water man patro me from to no person uram so our time help master for master yeah adeba could so most of the time help master na immune system booster just the boost to immune system no ema woni pɛtwa de piasom letime kɔ so de ba na fa bi patwa kwota ya ro kama na fa de pɛ ro so etuma yɛ den ema no especially me patwa de to sa uram enso ɛwɔ ɛyɛ time heba mr obaso ya me patwa no ababa de so betuma no bi na ebe ma ase wache kama pa bi piasom de betuma kɔ atasanya so ketokra and no pa ye wontuma enso etuma we etuma tere so ntena no pai no ababa de so betuma ramu na fa wakɔ ɔgye time HH master ɔno afei time heba master no na bibia so yɛtɔma kɔ so damo a ɛnya asɛm ketewa kura mipakyɛw ɛne ɔpani kasa ɔde time heba master no afei time HH master by no ɛne nkɔmmɔ panu do atu a 0244 417 669 0244 417 669 ahoma wobɛtumi afrɛ time heba master mpanifoɔ no afei wono mɔdi nkɔmmɔ ama bibia so yɛtɔma kɔ so damo a kyɛ sɛ nya asɛm ketewa kura ɔno afei betway awurade nyankopɔn betway heavy betway ɛbɔ adwuma ɛnya asɛm ketewa kura mɛsɛ betway ɛbɔ adwuma paa nya asɛm ketewa kura enti ɛno no pɛi wadaroma wobɛwuram ɛnso ɛwɔ mepatɔ deɛ tene sɛ betway fɔma so yɛ na bibia so yɛtɔma kɔ so ntama betway sɛ mepatɔ bra na wadaroma mpatɔ download app no wɔ phone so ɛyɛ betway.com.gh na afei mepatɔ bibia tɔma kɔ so ntama sɛ wotwa wo bet na ɛyɛ betway every one minute bia ne sika na mu betway nkɔ ne bɛmu ɔnte sika ɛbɛmu afɛ sika kama na afei wotatanse no ɛso apa weekend yi yɛbɛdi sika bebree mesi weekend yi yɛbɛdi sika bebree every one minute bia ne sika na mu ɛno ɛyɛ betway so wɔ the opportunity sɛ wobɛtuma set automatic cash out na afei bibia so ɛtuma kɔ so ntama ntene ɔpai wote nka no apɔmɔde sɛm wobɛtuma wurɔ betway na afei wotuma twa wo bet ne hɔ na wɔde sika bebree na bibia so ɛtuma kɔ ɛnso ɛtama automatic cash out masa wo set pɛ game after every game mo se sika na nkasa ɛno ankasa redraw ɛnso ɛde ba wo account mo wallet no kama na afei bibia so ɛtuma kɔ so ntama a ɛnya asɛm ketewa kura no ɛyɛ betway mepatɔ deɛ furo ma so yɛ so de ba nti betway yɛdoma sɛ adwuma mo bɔ no ɛnya asɛm ketewa kura nti no pai mepatɔ yɛnkɔ no afei yɛmfa nsɛm no so ɛmfa mmra ɛma bibia so ɛntumi nkɔ kanti kɔ Facebook no so wokɔ Facebook no so a ɛyɛ Sompa 93.1 FM na wɔpɔmɔtɛ fɔlɔ na wahyɛ na wotɔ message na ba ɛno no pai yɛbɛkenkan na so tama woyɛ tomɔtɛ no so Sompa 93.1 FM wɔ Facebook no so fɔlɔ na hyɛ na fa message no ba no pai yɛbɛkenkan so tama mepatɔ yɛnkɔ yɛlma dwumɔ kɔ no mu safo na no pai yɛba bɛtu amirika no na afei mepatɔ bustafo ɛso ɛtuma nya deɛ kɔ so ɛwo akoda mu nsɛm kama ama bipia so ɛtuma wie pɛyɛ afei already tene Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro el temporano san rapido bokina el bicho todo no fedisi Ronaldo so na wɔn nsɛm ha nti ɛyɛ tuma no pai ɛso tuma bo yɛ tuma tere so ɛti staffo yɛnko anim na afei yɛmfa nsɛm no so ɛmfa bra mami already tene Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro el temporano san rapido bokina el bicho todo no fedisi Ronaldo me patro still Ronaldo a player o sta kan edema anasel bobo kono me patro player way anya sem ketokra a lot ana tese woka eye football pa wo betuma ka enso ade fa ho e say Ronaldo starting football no ye can say player abobra pa we football mu a Ronaldo abobra todo no tini person Ronaldo enso da talented player na so body jumaten pa me patro Ronaldo wo body jumaten pa na tese anya sem ketokra no me patro game kutimi toja ewa Saudi Arabia ama tasanyama so timi koye adima aye Cristiano Ronaldo the team ɛyɛ Al-Nassr bobo kono na mepatwa Al-Nassr etimi kwagwe akwati Al Hilal bobo kono Neymar da Silva Santos Junior Mogida Cruzeiro Martinho todo no fe Neymar the team no ball enso ɛwɔ Saudi Arabia mepatwa se wafuro okokosi akandima Santos bobo kono mepatwa de tenese Ronaldo the team no wobowura mo enso kwati Al Hilal bobo kono twabo kamiensa ama mepatwa Hilal bobo kono wobote karu bako abranti efen Al Hassan etime totally kind assisted by Brante for the Marcelo Brozovic and Pato first go to me by and for ready to the Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro El Temporano San Rapido Bokina El Bicho to the finish Ronaldo and for the second goal assisted by Brante for the Sadio Mane and for penalty by Emma Ronaldo Sakujete and for the second goal and then Emma Al-Nassr Bobokono and Pato Brante for Ali and so take care of Bako assisted by Brante for the Seti Milinkovic Savage Eman Pachoque 3-1 against Al Hilal Bobokuna Enya Semkitokra Ronaldo be Pacho the first goal and Wanyaya against Al Hilal Bobokuna a goal number 930 goals to us and so I want to carry you what I say and for the second goal a goal number 931 and on I am Pacho ready thing and so the Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro El Temporano San Rapido Bokina El Petro Ronaldo said 931st goal. I want to carry one to some Daniels to get 931 goals. And since I wanted to make it a debut, I was sporting less Bobo Krobesia Kain and some that the Emma, me patron the Tennessee, Manchester United, Bobo Kurubo, Gilbert, Lubesia Kadima Juve. Now was a question account to Manchester United, what was Saudi Arabia, Cockwages Kadia Good Botomo, and of a Portuguese national team, the course I was in a combine. I am 931. Since Ronaldo, he is still on course at the age of 40. I'm a patron person reached 1,000 career goals, nothing. And you must wait to make at the Amapante for the Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, since we patron question, people say Ronaldo, I'm a and so Angie, World Cup, World Cup, you can the greatest of real football. I'm a patron, Obeta Cotton Power in football. Already saying, Anthony, Pele, I know of Brazil, already telling Tiago Manto, Maratona, Franco, Alpebe de Oro, F Argentina, Lionel Andres, Messi, Cochitino, Yo, our Testanto, La Puga, Tomica, Tono Fernando Messi, me patron the Tennessee, Ronaldo, Obeta Canton, the greatest of all time, no, Okawana, so Ronaldo and the World Cup now, the greatest of all time will come. Overcome Ronaldo to Nakao, and I said, Patrons, the greatest of all time now, already tell Ronaldo see to be dropping on. That's how you Cristiano Ronaldo, me Patrons when you're 40. Now, me at 2026 World Cup now, and password next year, America, but Chimamo, me Patron, when this study will be saying, so about 1,000 goals now, and I said, over Portugal for my World Cup now, they and also Ronaldo this and so, and to bet my Facebook, Facebook, Wadarman, Pacho, a Sompa 93.1 FM. Now we follow now share, now to message to the bar, and on a payback and kind, that's what we had to better so, and today also Ronaldo, yeah, on Coach World Cup now, and that's Ronaldo, me Pacho, 1,000 goals now, that's 1,000 goals now, Obama Ronaldo, the greatest of all time, and to be Pacho, come, never message to the bar, nothing, and like in Vito, you're making car message to them, that's what come on, I'm a be person, that to be repentano, I am a Pacho ready to the Cristiano Ronaldo, now Ronaldo Bo, and you 2 goals the year, and I had the microphone coach, and you must Ronaldo, sir, Ronaldo, you must me Pacho say per day, and it's for you, and you see what they saw, Sammy Pacho, but you walk up, and also best goals, now reach 1,000 goals, and also, on the focus, there, any 1,000 goals, so the focus, so between the press of your careers, now for the person, that Tobacco is so Tabano, and Tania, me Pacho already thing, and so the Cristiano, Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro, El Temprano, Rapido, Bokina, El Petro, Torno for the same Ronaldo, Osaka, that's what about a Nasal Bobocono, Wabba Montano, a person about to jar, you want to mass what Tabu to better so, me Pacho be free Ronaldo, so yeah, Mommy and Cordial to Bobocora, so yeah, young queen to make a cram, no real but to Bobocono, Mommy, a branch for Antonio Rodiga, a player, Osaka, that about Gilbert to Bobocono, where a former Chelsea defender, also me Pacho says to Saudi Arabia, Sikani de Cromo Pan, to Wopasa, Womadi play a beer, must one important pano, at the past Saudi Arabia, Obesia Kan was Saudi Arabia, Proli Grimo, and team already to Antonio Rodiga, a local, the crazy one, me Patrosia Cadabar Gilbert to Bobocono, honestly, hit it, I was Saudi Arabia, funnel. Epasobota Plantane Pa, now for already king, as for Antonio Rudigaba, Nam Obabesia Kain, as for Saudi Arabia Proli Grimo, and on Patriaba Trampani first better, and then there's a Plantan for Antonio Rudiga, Omuja Plantan, Uncle Saudi Arabia Nofe, Uncle Tosusia Kain, I was Saudi Arabia Proli Grimo, it was a Juma Plantan for Antonio Rudiga, Babo, and the Bargaman to Bobo could have studied pa, and Tim a Plantan is still put on for what Tosusia Kain, and so Tabargama to Bobocono, and Tinamia Tumanta, already turned the Don Florentino Paras for Trickers for Titani, and about Gilbert to Bobocono and Perifor, Wabot Trust and Nofe, already king, and so, and name Patro Antonio Rodiga, woman are Branton just not for what to bet in Comasana Bear, a Branton the pen basic Cataso, Obey extended the contract, and so Tabar Gilbert to Bobocono, Antonio Rodiga to extend his contract for Real Madrid Intano, I report on the pay, if you Gilbert to Bobocono, the Master, and so they also Real Madrid to Bobocono, and you let Atletico Madrid kono ewe UEFA Champions League no na nya sepetro kra na ano oden me pato de tenese Real Madrid kono e promoten eyi eya Atletico Madrid kono adobo femu ewe UEFA Champions League no ano ye me pato Madrid derby na de tenese Atletico Madrid pay for pale videos I want to the come UEFA pay for say UEFA pay for ya ka chemo game na ano timi tocha between eya Real Madrid kono ana afei me pato adorma de tenese Atletico Madrid kono time Branta de Antonio Rudiger promoting na fa wotimi share goal adaba Real Madrid kono true penalties a Branta the board winning goal no ekwe on fast so celebrate here me pato nya kwan papa already tene killing in papa so one so aya agena ne kwa no ewe game no kwan one so fast so treaty Atletico Madrid kono na enya kwan papa ntibaya modado man pato UEFA mpedefoi momo maten na fa bontimi punish star players no UEFA mpedefom edo omo punishment na ba omo se Antonio Rudiger omo no 1 year and I say 1 match sentence ban. What I say, name I suspended 1 match. Say, me patrol started to know already did Antonio Rudiger. What done it, say, a quadruple breaking or sunset, or say, that's our attitude net Edia, and perform ban for 1 match. Now, say, be persuaded to my to me patrol 1 month brother. One more time, Branta for Antonio Rudiger. I suspended, say, a Branta repeat, Subai, Sa Biowa, and perform ever suspended for 1 match. Affair, or say, Jessica, already didn't kill any person, ever Jessica, a Branta for the Daniel Fernandez Ceballos, don't offer the Daniel Ceballos, as we Jessica, on also find a quadjamano, never finish your junior them per the first one for, and I know I'm a UEFA for one Fedita, one must ready to Jano pay, young one to my soul, Tomo, no pay, I'm a Piaston, let my Quintanica car, if we're Real Madrid could have yesterday bar, Real Madrid pay for according to report intelligent on pay, make it a partner, Real Madrid could be to my court, Amania, no more partners, a queen, me patrol, Spanish. Liga and Serie A so treaty Barcelona bobo kono omama Barca bobo kono wiem awala Liga demo if it's a Barca bobo kono according to Sikasam ami patrobde koma La Liga and Serie A partners 2 players no munya eligible sir was a Barca bobo kono to be register mo and ya Branta for the Tony Omo on some Barca Sikasam no according to La Liga and Serie A partners audita me patro audita account no obunyama fasom any man to mankoye and from La Liga and Serie A me patro La Liga and for partners, Barca Bobo could assess financial fair play. I better just a Barca Bobo could film, says a woman for no, me patro, La Liga and for partners store. Barca sick as 17 in a year, and to my freestyle of war, as I drop it above from Barca Bobo could new question, woman to my study play a beer, me patro 2 that on, woman to be ready start Brontia, you fed it Daddy Omo, and I'm a Brontia for the Pablo Torre, me patro according to report on a Pemeseka Patterson, Real Madrid Bobo Kono, ebe to my court now for Monte, La Liga and Serie A and in Barcelona Bobo Kono Cocosa, Oman for the citizen, SSC clubs, Womusta Kago Spanish La Liga Santanemo, and Tim, and a reporter on a pay, and also Branta according to Real Madrid and Serie A, the Omo Patches are Brontia, you fed it Danny Omo legally, me patron, and on your eligible so better Messiakai, and the Barca Bobo Kono Pablo Torres legally, when you're eligible some, no better Messiakai, and so at the Barca Bobo Kono Tanaka crowd. If we get back to Bobo Kono, the former Australia, and so they buy in one to my, and so to Babusta for life on Sompa 93.1 FM, Pachuco Facebook, Kudeswa, and yes, Sompa 93.1 FM. Now we follow, now share, now to message today, pardon pay, you're back in kind, and so Tabawi to Matera, so I'm a be Piasso to Baku, me patron, La Liga, Manchester, I want to be Presuha. Okola Liga demo na ye wo Girona Bobo Kono moni Deportivo na Bel Bobo Kono wo be born 12 p.m. after Real Madrid Bobo Kono Valencia Bobo Kono 2:15 p.m. game ni total anafai mi patron Mallorca Bobo Kono also the charter defeat Bobo Kono and also 4:30 p.m. game ni total anafai Barcelona Bobo Kono and Real Betis Bobo Kono 7 p.m. game ni total na me kor Real Madrid Bobo Kono so here mi patron mo far Real Madrid Bobo Kono line up no and fan two team the so of yanku enim mi patron rescanuti kota na aya Sompa Sompa TV na fay wetman twago TV so ama be piasom letoma kwa mi pacho enya sa line up we monfa line up akudon fanto so yes safo obetuma wate nyakopon sho pante Real Madrid Bobo Kono abrante fena Antrolone and a reporter on the Pemeseka Patasabia, and no time no, lettered by 2:15 now, prompted to recover. Now for a tomato, the most Tabaru Yelma to Bobo Kono, already to the Francesco Fangasia, also a Pomaten of a Wataponkuma Faso, Antonio Rutica Loco, already tell Raul Asensio, of a Lucas Vasquez Iglesias, already tell Luca Modric, El Maestro Lukita, to the for Luca Modric, Jude Victor William Bellingham Pelico, to the for Jude Bellingham, and for Aurelian Chomeni Jani, Kylian Mbappe Loten, already to the entry de Souza, and for Bronte the Day, and Ibrahim Abdelkader Diaz, way, enemy patrol players, yes, Petersa, already to the color and slot to Betuma Parity against Real Bayern Nasa against Valencia Bobokono and Yamato Bobokono Macasino and want to let them not pay. Ye want to show to Mono pay. I'm a be person let Maquena, me patron the Tenesa in the La Liga. Namia to my patron matches I want to and also bet to Mato Janye, Yebenyam, a last Pama Bobokono, woman yes was at 12 p.m. After Sevilla Atletico to Bobokono and near 2:15 p.m. Real Bayern to lead Hatefe. I have 4:30 p.m. Me patron Pierre Bobokono, woman. Atletico Madrid Bobo 7 p.m. and I start game no and also a toja atasa and a gamer and also toja no wala le keremo na okwo table no so a wadauma me patro say the city ewa La Liga table no so Barcelona bobo kuniti kan wobokra 66 points Real Madrid bobo kunu 63 Atletico Madrid 57 and of Bilbao 53 Villarreal 47 and on La Liga table no the few yesterday pardon pair ye want to maso to bobo ye to better so uko Premier League grima and then Manchester want to make so nyami antumachina Manchester want to beto jana fe ya timia ye want to man so to bobo ye to better so ama be piasom ye to makomi patro yenche na Manchester toja Everton Arsenal bobo kono 11:30 am no pair Gabriel toja after Crystal Palace no by to bobo kono 2 p.m. Extra Town and we found to want to bobo kono 2 p.m. West Ham United and a bomb bobo kono 2 p.m. Aston Villa and some and Nottingham Forest bobo kono at 4:30 p.m. and I start game and also bet to toja na nyami atumachina wo Premier League grimo wadaro man patro say the city e wo Premier League grim Brentford and Chelsea bobo kono 1 p.m. after Fulham Liverpool 1 p.m. Tottenham Bobo Kune Southampton 1 p.m. Manchester United and Manchester City game no 3:30 p.m. Ewo Premier League Grimonti and no kakre free Premier League Grimon na so de baron pay na wo kote bodo so Premier League Grimon wadaro man patro say the city yenku yanim Liverpool Bobo Kuno ekra 73 points after Arsenal Bobo Kuno 61 Nottingham Forest ekra 57 and after Chelsea Bobo Kuno some ekra 52 points Man City ekra 51 points or tosu enum and after Newcastle United tosu ekra 50 Aston Villa Bobo Kuno tosu some ekra 48 internal kakre patro free Premier League Grimo and so de pam I don't pay ye want to maso to Bobo for me patro yenko Italy na fe yenko to makakra utru Italy a Juve Bobo Kuno already to Antonio Conte Tonto Salento to for Antonio Conte on your money to the Napoli Bobo Kuno Juve and pay for partners of we or your more former captain or more former coach say Juve Bobo Kuno to be just for a long time and you already to Antonio Conte the foundation na fat mo bato ya and the tibi boy ya e ma tasanima so to be ko ye etem e ma Juve Bobo Kuno and tasanima Diagua I was so to be promoted na fei wo mo say ko na for Boko for already to Antonio Conte to the bar and to be promotion listed 5 coaches omo and the over 2 team national already to Antonio Conte aircraft 40% some the patroma be to mas manager at the Amatu Bobo Kuno Diotoso and you already to the Ugo Tudo what you say tasanya some ketokra and for already thing and Stefano Pioli your former manager and so the Estibula Bobo Kuno or Aniteni Gian Piero Gasparini Criminoti and so your manager that the long-term piece Bobo Kuno already thing and so and Roberto Alberto Mancini and your former manager the Italian national team of Man City Bobo Kuno way and your 5 managers that do Bobo Kuno or Malani or more up Bakuba and you might bet and so Tama two Bobo Kuno Yanko Liverpool Yanko to make a crash for Liverpool or Anitina Lesson is stuck a player was that kind that the Newcastle United the Bobo Kuno according to report on the Pemeseka Parters Liverpool Bobo Kuno Parters and already to the jockey of the club to the for the jockey club and almost started say me patra brante the thing unless they stuck no more person what brante the pa no for best kind and so the ball for Bobo Kuno and then go through and already to the jockey club and so every her and already to the master sube free her and team the to say Liverpool put for Parters na me and Thomas this season there I can masa oboko for brante for unless they stuck at the napa now for best kind and so tamam Liverpool Bobo Kuno 150 million pounds now Diaba beto trasa Newcastle gina tebobo kono womo pena ani de anote pa atasa nya sekreto kwasa Newcastle gina tebobo kuni o madresa sikano de mo je no mo je dia and Liverpool for according to report no permeseka patches so ma adma abrante for the Victor James Osimhen I was say akadama galabo kono enti say Isaac didn't man go through already to the Victor Osimhen teno and they beto go through no for Osimhen and some etwa be say kan ante amali fa probobo kono tene kakra and no profile fa probobo kono if we must say na so dey ba ye want to maso to bo ye to tene so live on Sompa 93.2 FM unim say me patwa adorman abrante no Benjamin Sesko so are you part of the list of your strikers Liverpool Kono in terms of options or more Benjamin Sesko of RB Leipzig Kintereka Kra and on a prime and also ba me ko Manchester United Bobo Kono what do Manchester United Bobo Kono so ya or more partners Abrantia ne day also look up for show or more participate be na mi adumochina obetumesia kai and so etema Manchester United Bobo Kono bra woman Man City Bobo Kono also the penny ama bi piaso etuma Edemo Manchester United Bobo Kono afa Brante for the Tony Messi Mount ebetu pass Messi Mount ebetu Messi kai enso Temo Manchester United Bobo Kono Brante for heaven e said yeah Manchester withdrew Manchester player ba ko body deep for heaven impato no and da Brante for look sure Arsenal omo partner say bia no wentuma nya totally fit for that game e baso ochina dem against Olympic Lyon akranom ebetu Messi kai Temo Manchester United Bobo Kono ora ani Temo Matai Delight and omo partners were downfall for the game. Bikona nam Abrante intimacy kai and from Manchester United Bobo Kunebom sa Abrante for the Cobimeno tenim Boateng obetuma fully fit panwe to Messi account to Manchester United and koy otna game no ebetuma Olympic Lyon game na mi atuma ne patrono so betuma koso e wo Europa League game tene kakra if Manchester United Bobo Kunema so ye and so the Manchester United put first woman number 1 target for Nami to necessary this one ya Abrante for the Victor James Osimhen Omon Kobe Bia, they are Brante for the Osimhen, and I'm Patromia, or your target, and so the Manchester United Bobo Kunomum, Nankomo Brante for the Liam Delap. I was Sakadaba, Israel Bobo Kuno, now according to Manchester form, Omun Saka, UEFA Champions Agreement. Tibiana, Wama Messia Kai, and from Manchester United, Bobo could say, I couldn't for the Liam Delabno, sir, when to Manchester United, Wama Partas are Brenton for Lorenzo Luca, I was Sakadama, Udini Catch, Bobo Kuracano, Wamoshana, or Prosper Padamum, me Patra Brenton for the Joshua Zasil Robosa, and I fame a Brenton the Tenor Rasmus Wylund, Sa 2 players way, I expect a Manchester United and Perry for better job of kind, and to top notch striker Bako, now for my park, could have Mutini Pasta or Prosper Premier League no obetuma ho so na for etuma backup and some that Manchester United Bobo Kono already to Alejandro Garnacho Ferreira ni fee a year 3.85 million pounds or say all tongue what I say inti wa ba be toss you know na be piasom that ko na Brante no me patron fa woni nchemo de beba na adwene so be free Manchester kronimo other say Chelsea and I said Napoli Bobo Konimo and obekonom ya Brante a ye fe Alejandro Garnacho Ferreira mo mame Brante the thing and Amadou Onana Osia Kai and some get the Boston Villa Bobo Kono ye busa Onana say play a bay pan on a boba we ma show power when you break not for what to team free play a bay and a opponent sa after so wait the toughest opponent our face nos now where you can young kunku tisa player one man watching the power pitch so
against him when he's just in the form.
Against him, like not on a 1v1, but we played against Liverpool. Okay. And I think Mo Salah at the minute is just the main man.
Yeah.
I'd say, yeah.
How difficult is it to play against?
I say Abrante for the Mohamed Salah. Hey, what team are we and Yenina? I will pay to the sum. Yet no ya Abrante for the Amadou Onana. On a son somebody to Jamuma already telling me Kala Tata Mantran. Ahead of a game, Eto Jarano Pai against Fati Bobo Kono, and of a real man to Bobo Kono preparations all year. Nekubus already telling me Kala Tata say, we're ready to bet to myself real battle so young Chairman came in Korea here. And of a patch against Everton, players better ya available, and of a Waimo and then available Michaela Teta.
Whether you've broken a mirror or walked under a ladder recently, but another hamstring, another serious injury to a key player.
Well, yeah, it was a tough one to digest because we just got Bukayo back and then we lose Gavi. So it was tough. The team reacted like he has reacted all season. So really proud of that, and we know that he's going to be out for a while. So we need to find different solutions and keep competing the way we have been all season.
I know you've said before you love the challenge of things like this, trying to win.
Enti Mikel Arteta no orano oye adwuma pa na ye to say Osi Fanto Bianim say Ben White ebetuma recover Julian Timber enso betuma fit test akan edema Arsenal Bobokun against Everton Bobokun intena no pay me patcho de tell say test be caution for Julian Timber and afi Ben White what has into so mutumi fit the problem against Everton against Real Madrid Bobokun o mom ebetuma ball nebo mo betuma kasa Ricardo Calafiori enso out of the game want to me say akan enso former Arsenal Bobokun ready to Gabriel dos Santos guys and some out of the game I want to miss Yakai and from Arsenal Bobo Kurano I am a part of Arsenal for manager already telling Mikel Arteta and some Waba Montana no Penny Batuja already telling David William Moyes and so I am manager Vati Bobo Kuno and also no cast that a branch for the Declan Rice now catch Arsenal for some player no about cost 150 million pounds and Arsenal for the 100 million pounds and some that about far branch for the Declan Rice into a catch Arsenal Bobo Kuno still one more that some get the 50 million pounds into Omon Farmer Twasso already telling David Moyes.
And I think everybody would probably agree he's going in that direction. I used to get criticised when I said that he should be 150 million, and I always when I see Arsenal supporters, I tell them that we still only need 50 million because we only got 100 for him. I think that he's proven exactly what we thought he was. He's going to become top player. He was an unbelievable example to young players at West Ham because of his stature, how he went on, how he conducted himself. You think of a player coming out of contract nowadays, he was coming out of contract, they're not coming out, but he was planning to leave at West Ham and he was applauded, he was everywhere he went because of his actions. He dealt incredibly.
And to way, I have someone part already thing, and it David Moyes manager the man Fati Bobokono, or also the two jar, Kevin De Bruyne, and yet is sure no. And Opano ana Obaba on the to just officially Yami Atumna says this one. And yet there's some about Twasubio Asia Kain, Edema Man City Bobo couldn't or quitting call. Now Man City in 24 parties on the building statue, and so double ready thing, and Kevin De Bruyne outside Etihad Campus Stadium. What I said, my year, Edema Branty and Freddy David Silva, and some over the City Campus. Into already didn't Kevin De Bruyne and the statue no so bar, come a probably Piasom, let to be a payer. And none of Patrobabin front to the side, Oko City. Bobo Kurima and 24 parties and branch for the Kevin De Bruyne and Kwano Beko already to the Bernardo Silva Botavega the Cavallo Subeko already to the Matteo Kobachinom and after players who put the person Omabre what I say Ikai Gontu Gamunina or some and 24 to Jobo Kaimoko not for Piasom let Tobacco so Tama Manchester City Bobo Kurwenya Kaka and on a pay free city Bobo Kuromashe and so they buy went to Maso Tababu to Matino so now I'm a patron Pamunchi Bobo Kuromasu to be pro game against Bobo Kono, Bermonti for Bobotin, get to be Semiansa, I would German Bundesliga anymore. Never my planting for the Jamal Busela Bampia Kokupra, and against Intabala Boboko reporter on a Pamenseca Patasa, one Chapliano, want to be more against Intabala Boboko, a big blow. Edible already to the Vicente Gen Company employ. Mommy already to the Hurricane the picture, and also after the game near the Ayablo Park, Stepa, at the Atra Branton and Asun team, Hurricane Jono, what I say, not the Terano, or to the Hurricane, and after Jamal Busela Bumpy, our important players, Edmund Bermontin, against Intabala Bobokono, one shall not start players way, we must get to Mojima and former Bermontin Bobokun 20 Kaka, and on a Panasum, the free Intabalan, and after Bermontin Gamer, Namia to my next cricket to and so at the Eba, Yamajima, at him, Namabuya to Montana, so Basuna Bobokono Mopachasa, Abrantia for Roberto Fantoski Kuban. I'm all prepare life without already telling Roberto Lewandowski bia na nyame atuma ni age into next season na wentuma nkoja so sa enti omo a top notch striker ko no say Roberto Lewandowski enso enya fit to betuma sia kan anasa ne form na ntuma nyina so form passer boboku na eno na me patch board of directors ni bi ejine passer da bi so Roberto Lewandowski ni wa omo apprentice for the Ferran Torres a ejuma no omo nyantidi wa apprentice ni say master already to the hands that Africa juma waba baye tema Barca bobo kono concern ya Prantia ye fere Ferran Torres no mu ehu yasa Barca bobo kono ede any other striker beba omo sanche Ferran Torres na mi atoma next season na fei eniama so enkoye enso enfama Barca bobo kono yenko Chelsea yenfanue Chelsea bobo kono wonsa womo sa kwa Prantia fere Victor Osimhen ho ama Osimhen say demanded the same amount na ka Chelsea bobo kono ba befa no eye this time no or say demanded the same amount and Chelsea pay for part say the list of your strikers omo peno omo ya Prantia fere Osimhen e de fremu say be part of Prantia ye fere Victor Jokeres eye striker Chelsea pay for nya brepa unless they sack command say Newcastle United bobo kono so beton a ene me part of Chelsea pay for say omo ready say on beto Benjamin Sesko no for Liam Delap Radina Coupon your players are Chelsea putting for us nemo more patches or per striker obetuma say goes now for what's to hold it up play what I say ama be piasom netuma koye ete ama Chelsea bobo kunitwe I am a patron list of your strikers are a free Chelsea bobo kuno o ma so yem na so de ba yen want to so to busu for but for ha just ye tin komo kama ama be piasom netuma koye ete ama we to to so ko Facebook ko so Sompa 93.1 FM now follow now share now to message de ba na afei mi patro de tene so ram ewo udi code na so no risk no benya Sompa TV udi code na so ana afei uram enso ewo YouTube no so aye Sompa TV no subscribe na to message no enso abaka pa doneka ba mester Prince Oba be analysis on to hia doneka ba mester na o tadwemo ye den de me so brana na samfa fa wo tadwa fafam fa wo bema fafam na wo do bema ne fam a masa obabi kwabe timato kasa bra obabu mo ten papa we de manya dwuma me akasa ba haw what I say most every woman bi na sika na mu no ye homodwe no ye totwe ni e sogu so togu me so na bibia koyem na so tabanto na kepa besta no me say pray matro calculation bema wo de kobani a wona na yire da enche almost 30 seconds for the boss we jemu na oda hono homen twetwe basa pobote so betubaka doneke bamsta no no bi bema bu oso a oko first run we a he opakra pejade ku ekosro na ja ne hwe bema no ensore da what I say obey ni dan we wie ni de what I say doneke bamsta bema any a drop can for them and afe eboa ema chese ulibi dono so timi kosro pa ana afe bi patro eboa na ma uni pejade so emoja ni timi ye adwuma ye pa ana afe wadwe ne so timi ye adwuma ye pa enti no person what yen kan doneke bamsta ni a drop can for them asa bema bia nya bi no no o man be to no pia no so be kabi ene me patro time of a wo me donek e buy no eni komo 0246 727677 0246 727677 phone komo na bi piasom ntime kwani doneka pa mesta nya bi no Never bona a memo draw now no be dance say hey don't for mo show and I'm see a show e dey into our case show what just here can't you not drink water nya bi no sir enso we eye enso be kan for them apen for you for fura manenom kanjin and not drinking water na me na me catch so that dance so ebeba hey kanjin enso e boama intinimu da ho ana fa bi patro sa boa e ma wa yematim eyi ni nyina so di firi ho canteen and not drinking water is super fantastic. Or may heavy power. And yes, some get to grab Bremen, you just about your chakwain. And after Tafo New Road about what root chance you are open to do it to a call. And that's the name phone 0241 449191 0241 449191 Yahoma. Obey to my friend canteen and not drinking water on imperi for sweat to bed in Como Prince. What to say?
Let us nyanko pa daruma bibia de na kwa bibia de na kwa ne weekend drew weekend say dia wa wani tia na bibia de na kwa pa now we have stories no the strikers be heading to draw the likes of Manchester United, Chelsea, Arsenal. Strikers are more per look, let's try to differentiate this. Strikers now abubo omudin omuna strikers, but we all know say in the world of football right now there's shortage of proper strikers, proper number 9. Omo would we need to almost say omo mebo that striking role in fama obetimi aye adwuma perfectly to your satisfaction no. Eswate and no so bebre. Unlike at first now benya bebre what system nim kakra ene no you bought the proper number 9 for the him for na bebo omudin. Kakra bi the likes of Erling Braut Haaland, Robert Lewandowski kura say no man for who ni say oye free system nu anesa. The likes of Harry Edward Kane. Now the Victor Gyökeres more, the likes of Victor Osimhen, the likes of Alexander Isak Maba County, almost shut down North Subibre because Lautaro Martinez, Marcus Thuram, you cannot picture them in that kind of category of a proper number 9. Omunyana say omobo as a supporting striker, and I say a striker otimibo with another air striker up front. The last of Romelu Lukaku mu die ni bi no. So uja no so no nko engineer nim honom enne no ye nhye da hu bebre. And we've been talking about these 3 teams. I'm talking about Manchester United, Arsenal and Chelsea. Everyone in this world knows set teams wey me ensa. They really need a proper number now obegina omanim honom to help them out. What has been the problem with Arsenal? Arsenal, they be a said they're in contention for a cup, they're in contention for a trophy, but at the end of it all, no, not Arsenal lose out. Because when the time comes calling, they don't have anyone up front to beat me say to their perfection. You cannot rely on Kahavet. Say at clutch moments, I'll be here a proper number 9. Someone like Hurricane, Ebia, Ellen Haaland more. So Munya Jumanem Famano. You cannot depend on a brand here, your friend Kahavet. The same thing applies to Gabriel Jesus. Now, the one Omoya said Jumana de man and I said Oya said Jumana de Arsenal, Abe Mikel Merino when Jesus and have it now out injured. And it's Mikel Merino cut in that shape. You go to Chelsea, you ask yourself, say Chelsea team no, when the leading number 9 with team nimu. You talk of Nicholas Jackson, Christopher Nkunku di bebem, Maguyu di bebem. These are the players. Chelsea, a team that wants to compete and win trophies. Omo number 9, these are their assets. Nicholas Jackson, though, he hasn't been bad for Chelsea. But I will say time and time again, this is not the ideal number 9 for Chelsea. The ideal number 9 at Chelsea here is not Nicholas Jackson. People start making argument for him. Oh, or Chelsea or press it, or man defenders watch them. No! We've seen Diego Costa, obe press it go. We've seen Didier Drogba, obe press it go. So what are you talking about? Say, a branch of Nicholas Jackson press it, or man defenders watch them. No! The ideal number 9 isn't supposed to be a branch here, your friend Nicholas Jackson. And not Christopher Nkunku, Maguyu. No! You go to Manchester United. They went in for Rasmus Højlund, a player prior to the season at Manchester United Kofano went me a goal contribution of even up to 20. And this is the player Manchester United went in for. Joshua Zirkzee. We saw his performance at Bobo from Bologna. But we also say at Bologna he was having players they were doing the work for him. Though say or not so take the shine, but there were some players and more buani Juman de Mano. And he wasn't that kind of a top-notch player coming from Bobo from Bologna. Because even with that, no, 1 year, 1 season, and I know maybe under Bologna, Papa friend Thiago Motta, or Mutimi make this wonders. So these 3 teams, Chelsea, Arsenal, Manchester United, they really need to be going for proper strikers at least, or met me actually for about 2-3 years. And Liam Delap, Hugo Ekitike, Benjamin Sesko, these are not the ideal players. So for me, they any maybe now. For Benjamin Sesko, the statistics not so small. Year in, year out. Oh, Mikel Arteta, striker Ben Okopen. Oh, Benjamin Sesko. No, look at the numbers. This is a striker or a young chap. Oh, you do baby.
You'll be turning 22 at the end of the season.
Yes, and the most amount of goals are waiting me share in a career. 18 goals. This is when you're 80, you're betting you add up to it. But you see the ideal striker, even when you go to Leipzig, we all know, say Leipzig can do Lois Ikoma or Penda. It is not about Benjamin Sesko.
So this season, about 38 matches, 18 goals.
18 goals.
How many assists?
6.
6.
It is good for him at the level, no baby or one. Good for him there.
Involved in 24 goals.
Yes, it is good for him at Leipzig, but it can never be good for him at Arsenal. Say Arsenal here a player. They say Arsenal here player bia. All body Niema kakre bia beka. They need a player. He will hit the ground running. It is not about Hugo Ekitike and a Benjamin Sesko and a Liam Delap. Or nyomu di eni na omfantoto sumi here there. It is not about these players. But right now, Arsenal needs to be going Liam Delap. The statistics ne dasono. At Hull City, Kwana, Omobo na basono, 8 goals no share. At Ipswich Town now, how many goals no share? 11 goals. And a team in the shape of Arsenal wanting to win the EPL, wanting to do something proper, always going for Abrante and I say having Liam Delap surrounding their top targets on open.
Maybe say every time with me the almost 11 goals next over that Arsenal anymore a proper creative midfielders who can provide for him. Maybe he can double the numbers for Arsenal.
We are talking about a player that has proven, and you are now talking about maybe. Two different things. A proven player and a maybe player. Potential sem no enya no bi na Arsenal here CC. That is why Ubenya Abrante Feng Victor Osimhen watch at the toppest level. Ubenya Benjamin Alexander Isak are even in the EPL with Newcastle right now. Oh, but the best two strikers in the EPL right now. Ubetimi you never man. Player didn't be kind in terms of numbers. Nebe Abrante Feng Ellen brought Haaland pe. And Chris Wood, even with Chris Wood, we all know Alexander Isak is better than him. You get the point I'm making here. We have someone like Victor Gyökeres. For Gyökeres, statistics so. This is a player for so many years now, about 4 or 5 years now. Always so making sure also be providing numbers, no. And to say Pobi, to say Benjamin Sesko, Mubu Omudi, Hugo Ekitike, Liam Delap one. Why not look at Abrante FM Benjamin Sesko? Because Liam Delap, Onyeshi, Benjamin Sesko the same thing. But this is a guy at least on the end there onyambo any big team bia Coventry and no making numbers or share 18 goals in the first season, second season 22 goals, or Floco Sporting CP last season or more 43 goals. This is a striker we are talking about. This is your most season in no baby about 43 goals. And let's not forget this season Krano onya problem with team no e me do e be no ma bench no. Let's not forget all these things. But yet all 43 goals.
This season for club and country 43 matches, 43 goals.
This is the player. Look at the number of assists.
Plus 10 assists, 53 goals.
And if you want to bang your hopes on a player or potential, don't go for Liam Delap. Don't go for Benjamin Sesko, who go etikite Mones Anko for. No. Try to go in for someone at least you know, say, also a potential or improve at the highest level do. But the numbers no obo bet me by add something to the team. So Chelsea, Manchester United, and Arsenal, they should stop doing these things. Now more. Frankly speaking, they should go in for a proper striker. Victor Osimhen more honum, Isak more, Victor Gyökeres, proving strikers. No munya baby among.
Why is the argument and the discussions near center only around Osimhen, Gyökeres?
Because they are the ones Omache said they can do it. That's the whole issue. Obianim say Ellen brought Haaland CCA. Say Chelsea, possible say Chelsea benyana. Obianim so oba Chelsea oba hitting the grounds running. Obianim say Haaland Arsenal CCA oba hitting the grounds running. But can you get him? That is the problem. And your mom we available at least. If you fork out some good amount of money on Sabecom, just go for them. That's the whole issue.
Okay.
Now let's go into the games. Arsenal and Everton game ne bebaso. On say 11:30 right Anna. 11:30 very good. Early fixtures maybe. And on most of the time say hard. Now let's try to do something here. Arsenal injury concerns was very very high. Benjamin White out. During Timber out. Gabriel Magalhaes out. Abrante Feng, Ricardo Calafiori, and then Kai Havertz Munai out. Let's not forget that Tomiyasu ni Gabriel so omo de omo out at 20 omo efri mu an shada ha Arsenal team no. But for starting lineup neto so ne hwa ade bi. Arsenal starting lineup omo de beto so no anka at least a good for a team your friend Everton un shada hu omo performance ni ye bebre sa. But let's look at something here. So Obo Jakub Kivio and William Saliba, we've seen them partnering before and it didn't work out.
Are you sure?
Oh yeah, at Arsenal, the best partnership for them, you all know, Gabriel Magalhaes and then William Saliba. Tama Saliba pray Magalhaes do before for a partner. No, we saw the disaster across Arsenal honum. And we all know say Saliba also feels comfortable playing with Gabriel Magalhaes. And Nabe Jakub Kiyo. Thomas Partey would have to go to the right back yet again because Abrante Feng during team Beniho, Abrante Feng Benjamin White in Niho. And even Tomiyasu and Kobet me about deputize abes edwuma no nsi ni ho. And they are forced to play Thomas Partey at the right hand side. And Thomas Partey at the right hand side I won't feel comfortable most of the games.
I know.
Or force on ebo won't feel comfortable. And then so any Abrante Feng Jack Harris in ebo. And this is a player money didn't be brave or shada anya those kind of flamboyant players ni bi. But say some players bu on ma or hard drain. Obi onim Jack Harrison be asa not here. And I feel very bad for Jack Harrison face or be face Thomas Partey because he very pacey and tricky. And the born on ya de hu be our partner so but we a player otimi go anim as no take ude off. And then I feel very bad for Arsenal with our injury concerns because even with that so I had the last 3 games at Arsenal and Everton about Everton in win one draw and Arsenal win 2. But so I had the last 3 games now. Last game 0-0. Arsenal Everton 0-0. The game prior Arsenal win by 2-1. But even with that 89th minute and Sana can have it 80 minutes the winning goal. Telling you say Everton pa. And the 3rd game before the last 2 games, so Arsenal 8 me winning by just a single goal. So it tells you say in the last 3 games, Everton gives Arsenal a run for their money. They don't give them any breathing space. Now and now, Everton early kickoff. Our say makers or what injury suspensions be brewing. I feel very bad for Arsenal right now. We all know EPL it is over for them. The players no more motivation or form. Though Bukayo Saka back. But on motivation never come from, they will be concentrating more on the UEFA Champions League because they know say at least UEFA Champions League chances of winning the EPL EPL you need to gather more points. Champions League near the end your ultimate 2 games consecutively at Waso now when year winning. And which team are they going to be playing against? Real Madrid. This is a game every Arsenal player would want to prove something in that game. So clearly, going into this game, I don't see Arsenal very well. Though they have the players, Arsenal are or made media winning this game because Bukayo Saka is back. We've seen Mikel Merino with me some sort of magic be up front. Jorginho Beba be shame fin to Beba more that kind of stability. Martinelli Bebo. But yet I don't see them well because Obi to say James Tarkowski and Gerard Brandt to a chairman. These are players that really are very good and also on the ground or me a good tacklers. Into Obama Arsenal a very good run for their money and I don't see Arsenal say a clear so meet me win this game. Just like any other game because Arsenal it's not that clear and Obi Obeko into this game they should be very careful with this game at Arsenal because even with that the last 7 games are Everton abo openi the team they also on Everton but no better is simple. Only Liverpool any team share Everton simple. Though Everton team you need you. But obe make sure say anya be an draw video binya. Only Liverpool they share Everton the last 7 games now. Ultimate you for almost sure. So it is going to be very difficult for Arsenal. Manchester United and Man City game ne beba so. I had to say Arsenal game here bia. What is Manchester United fighting for this season in the English Premier League? Oh. The title is over. European sports. There is no way nobody can convince me. Sir Prince. So with 38 points, Manchester United that they can climb all the way. Abesa, Newcastle, Everton, Man City. No, they can't do that. So the top 4 race is over for Manchester United and the EPL next year. Accra. Now, their focus is much more on the Europa League. Their focus is much more on the Europa League because they know say at least Europa League need there. Okay, just like I thought about Arsenal. No? Arsenal him say a 2-legged affair. So what you about 2 games here? Manchester United is aware of that. And would they even worry themselves? Such a Man City. Well, you are Man City for what? Just for pride. Because Manchester derby. Manchester City in recent times are one of the nemesis of Manchester United because they've been winning the trophies. Manchester blue. It's the only thing Manchester United will fight for is that kind of pride. And even with that, would the players be, that kind of motivated enough so come all the way to win? I don't see it that way for Manchester United. They would rather be thinking about the game on the ball in the Europa League against Olympic Lyonnais. Because against Lyonnais, we've seen Lyonnais said this season, so I'm not saying that you're good. And Manchester United see a clearer way in the Europa League more than the Premier League. So I don't see them going all the way in this Premier League game. You're from Manchester City. The last 7 games will be a winning 3 between Manchester City and Manchester United. The last 7 games will be a winning 3 and a 1 draw. And in this game, I feel say Manchester City sees so make me rat off on him. And they will be fighting, though Erling Braut Haaland isn't there. But we've seen Omar Mamusha, at least he has been providing the numbers for Manchester City. And in this game against Manchester United, one of the biggest games as some time ago in Calbania. But in this game, I don't see it that way because Manchester this season, even Manchester City, and shut down Koye. But in this game, I see Manchester City slightly on top. Having that kind of motivation, say it will be your game. We have the top 4 to lose, but Manchester United at the end of the back. So going into this game, I see Manchester City winning this game. Now Chelsea in the Brentford game, the main shutdown. La Liga. Mamim go straight to the La Liga. The two big teams, Madrid, Ebebo Valencia, na Barcelona so about Betis Sevilla. And so this. Our features and some years back and Madrid the Valencia one big game and Cabinyan wala Liga nim. Barcelona the Betis one big game and Cabinyan wala Liga nim. But he said and Antisa, especially with Madrid and Valencia and Antisa. And look, people are saying say oh Madrid or many better Champions League so and no. Look, let me tell you something. Team no on any will give the game away to Madrid. And I have my reasons for saying that. Team no in the shape of Valencia no. They will give the game to Madrid. Why? In the first place, Madrid knows said the La Liga is at stake. Already Barcelona lead you by 3 points. And there is a game pending between Omo and Barcelona. And if they are able to keep on the 3 points now, Kopim says our game nebeba, they would hope. So meet me win this game. And the moment they win, Oma Kulusi gap na manaba beepe. And along the line, they will also hope. Say at least Barcelona enko fall off Kakrebi. They know they can win the La Liga. Let's be realistic. Though say you feel say Barcelona with how much performing La Liga no bet me. But yesterday and Madrid fans know say there's a chance for them to win the La Liga and also win the UEFA Champions League. And let's not forget the Copa del Rey is also there. And to almost no more treble will be the moment bet me just like Barcelona and so I think about winning the treble no. Until they wouldn't be going into this game with the mentality of say your Arsenal bibo. And today, who know, though it is true, they'll be looking at the Arsenal game, but they will also be having that kind of mentality. Say this game, we need to put it to bed as soon as possible. And Valencia na kind of wants them no penny. Only said this particular season, one of the teams at La Liga and Wabba on win one single game away. Wabba 14 games away. On win a bakokra away. And the team are on one single game away, you expect the team to come to Santiago Bernabeu and have a win against Real Madrid. No, it's not possible. Even with that, let's not forget Abrante FN Fouquier, left back no. Or no, the most reliable player there were red card into suspension or Mobi. Let's not forget also Abrante FN Jose Gaya, Fouquier ball right back, Jose Gaya and the ball left back. Or no, so out and Jose Gaya the captain for the side or out into a more reliable right and right and right back and left back no omunyai out of the game. And also Abrante FL Luis Rioja most reliable midfielder this particular season honestly out. And to going into the game, a lot of deficiencies, and I feel say Madrid, no matter the kind of starting lineup, but thinking about Arsenal game, say Endrick ne best started, say Ada Guillermo ne best started, Brahim Diaz mo, Nebia, un say or Taya Sade na, or Bo Rodrigo, Vini, and Mbappe ba ko de support. Na Bellingham can say beya in case of any adversity biano. These big players need to come up. No matter the kind of starting lineup Madrid the best chance here, I feel Madrid will win this game because Valencia is not going to put up any good fight against Ebo Bukwa. You're from Real Madrid. Now, Barca Betis. I talked about Real Madrid. Said there are a lot at stake for them. The same way, and there are a lot at stake for Ebo Bukwa from Barcelona. Let's not forget. So time Madrid any Betis be born. Me betina fia kan. So we Betis e chi onu ma. Omo nyina obi atwam 30 years. Betis e chi onu. Omo nyina obi atwam 30 years. So I was feeling say omo nyina obi atwam 30 years. I mean say in football the moment you cross that path o strength eba from kakra, o speed no na eba from kakra. Enti Vini, Mbappe mo na Rodrigo the speed ebe bi chi omo. But it ended up abra omo at some point and as almost surprise say Madrid. So coming into this game, so here why you say be a Rafinha more speed nene omo kind of airplane ne be stable Betis because of Madrid the international say oh dream who mienu. But let's not also forget Barcelona knows they also have to keep that 3 points intact. They have to fight for all the 3 trophies. And with our omu game next year so flamboyant this particular season, than your money honum, Abrante FN Makasa de Nuho. But is it even a worry for them? We've seen Eric Garcia, free bench a Barcelona game, we know about stabilizing the midfield. Me or a centre back, or the bench FIFA, no about stabilizing game, no. Yeah, who Femi Lopez, a war Barcelona game, a war stabilizing a game, no. We've seen Ferran Torres doing same for Barcelona, scoring goals, turning results around for Barcelona. So Barcelona team need this particular season, they have players they understanding and affecting nina. And the player be obebo no matter the player, even Kwan say or the power Victor Moba, I still feel say because of the kind of momentum alpha players no when you go to Barcelona or mo camp or mo dressing room, come on. One of the best dressing rooms this season no. The understanding is there. That kind of bonding team chemistry ni bibia wo honom. So I feel with the kind of players omudi be share here ednebia no that new money homa Casado no be Frankie de Jong will be available, Pedro will be available, Gavi, Femi Lopez, a lot of air quality players on benya omu enim honom. And I'm feeling say ne ansha Abrante FN Eric Garcia definitely obe manage game na say because he has been impressive coming from the bench and omo mpese omo be risk because there's a Champions League game ahead of them. And even if Eric Garcia and Ferran Torres mo share say yes still and I feel say Betis be cause problems for Barcelona do, but I still say Barcelona coming up on top as winners in this game because 2 teams need now be able to benya a win, no they secure the title hopes no still now intact e wo honum. And when intimi mwasi anim, but I believe say there Philip Biraho AC Milan so Roberto De Zerbi sense but o dey yen function nyam ya aduma next week in room kakra.
Hey Prince, I don't pay what pawn you want, but I just all be electra.
Oh, Ben, say me, I did not say no. Me, I said,
what analysis ni clean pa? Yes, we are just a fetch, you know.
So,
senior ye.
Oh, me Judy.
Okay.
Oh, you do feature over there now.
Oh,
you do feature over. You do feature.
You're not paying once a month.
I said no credit. No, I don't just understand. I said one Prince and went to Marseille. You do feature over there.
Okay,
well, there are a lot of issues and incidences in football. For now, no pretenders ni you contenders no so are at work. The pretenders are showing. The contenders are also at work. Clearly, no, Italy, I'm going to start you off in the Italian Serie A. There is a game in the Italian Serie A. I'm for dream about Kosopa. The city of Turin and the city of Rome. When I say in history, and I say in bibliography, in the Bible, there was a city that sank, and that is Babylon. Babylon sank and rose no more. Babylon sank here. Babylon amba riasibio. So when him say, but Roma for believe say it is a city that will never sink. So Roma, the city Rome will never sink. That is why in literature, Omotaka say Rome was never built in a day. We took time before we built the city Rome, and Rome will never sink. So this game no, I want so be now. Italy, one of the cleanest cities here, Turin a whole and was very clean.
Yeah.
And Turin follow called the city of Rome. And Romans nibe shiomo with a banner, the city that will not sink. Now guess what? 2 of these teams in Yunano struggle, and this season in the Italian Serie A, Omumi and also pretenders. The reason why Juventus and Roma are pretenders say in the off season, Walker teams are very good signings Juventus.
Okay.
But Juventus worry pan say, when say parents will muti more than pa. Parents will also punish wa. On impasa buckets na wo consume na gum na se atwie. Nti wo de consume no gu bucket in mu. Ba wo consume no se bucket na esa ankro na si wona fa nsuo be 10 a. Wo consume bucket na 10 a still anyama adentia ase atwie. That is Juventus. Juventus team no was short blankets. Omo a very good team, but mo echi wonye. Echi wono wonye. Because nay wo bo Juventus backline now, omo nyina make that is paperweight. Omo nyina omo ha. Omo nya dusa, omo nya class sa. Those were the times and gone are the days Juventus no. Enye no na nay hwe no. Juventus normally no more emphasis or more defensive shape. Benne Juventus are shy away, and in the Italian Serie A, 2 of the teams are constantly omukra the best of defenses. Juve and AC Milan, and this season 2 of the biggest pretenders Juventus and AC Milan. Omo pretenders. Omo said they can win and they are buying good players, but they forgot to strengthen the back line. Omo one year. That is Juventus. And Roma so dear no. Roma problem almost suffer from the managerial conundrum. Yaka managerial conundrum. Bison said the last 3 seasons, how many managers now about 5 years Roma? And they one manager or the stability about Roma. Manager on the Leicester J champion J Premier League in 2016 no. Claudio Ranieri. Claudio Ranieri na or this I say or the stability abra a team my friend AS Roma. And Mestre says suffering for picture into Sumami. That is Ranieri when he won the Premier League with Leicester in 2016. It is one of the unthinkable feats in football. Idea be a see na ma ye connoisseurs and pundits no. Because we never thought of it said that season Leicester Ebeji Premier League you know. But this man, your friend the thinker man, Claudio Ranieri, we need Premier League you know. Edema team my friend Leicester in 2016. And after Sir Claudio Ranieri, and winning the Premier League in 2016, Edema team Leicester no. For some time, I said Leicester started so more dwindle because our started so dwindle no. Most of the bigger players no if picture no. N'Golo Kante, Riyad Mahrez, omunyina fi Leicester City. And after so mufi Leicester City no, Leicester were not the same. And manager no echo back to Italy. And oko Italy no, wako stabilize it my friend Roma. And then the problem they say after him leaving Roma no, how would Roma fare? Because Roma, oba rebuild Roma ye Jose Mourinho. And only Roma edge European trophy. That is the Conference League in England. The Conference League in Europe. And after that, you know, with the Mourinho problem, and no. Mourinho started to dwindle at Roma because there was that dwindling effect. And from there on, more experimenting with managers and no more for Claudio Ranieri. Ranieri by no, they were so exceptional and say, and they were stabilizing the defense war, and all the Matumels are. And the Matumels know the leader at the back for AS Roma. And woko Roma Echirwa, there is one defender before from Africa, Yankana Sembo, only a very good defender, Yafan Evan Indika. Warrior now the Nations Cup. He won the Nations Cup with Ivory Coast, and he was Ivory Coast's best centre back. Apparently Evan Indika. And Evan Indika, this guy is a mainstay, a defensive mainstay for Team AS Roma. And say Ranieri Beno or building the defensive cohorts with Ono and Matumels and Gianluca Mancini. Now, baby, I am Mr. Kakra my AS Roma and say, on midfield no the base no 2 players nina similar. A branch of friend Brian Cristante and Manu Kone. Omunyina ball playing midfielders and omuya ball careers. DM positions no. Omunya dinsa. That is the weakness of AS Roma. But game no more boy against all team Juventus no. They are missing one key player, Paulo Dybala. They call him La Joya, the jewel. La Joya is missing this game, and that is one big worry for Team AS Roma because over an attack now, Matias Sula and Lorenzo Pellegrini. Omunyina na is a creativity no. Omunya top sir. But se Dybala niwa players so replace Dybala. Brenda friend Alexis Saelemaekers. And Alexis Saelemaekers in the game against Lecce on your yellow card, which in effect making red card. So for now he's out of this game. So they are missing Dybala and Alexis Saelemaekers. And I bet how against Juventus. Juventus team no, he go to the buy no. I saw the stability kakraba. And then or what back. And back no but about Gatti Veiga and Luis Kelly. And in the middle no, I want the Juventus and hold in war. Nico Gonzalez on the right. Weston McKennie on the left, and again in the middle, no, Obo Kefren Turam and a Brent friend Emmanuel Locatelli. That is the strength of Juventus. But baby, my attention will pay the attacking emphasis. The attacking emphasis, no, Toyncoop minus from Ezer Alkmaar, Atalanta, and now Juventus. A Brent friend cannot yield it. Now Dusan Vlahovic. Clearly, you go to the tray say on your fan of Randall Kolomwani. What say? And that is some of the problems our players face. Into who move out a club, sometimes you know, move to a club, club no wo omu moment apart from that no coach na owo no ono no recommend also person no ye adwuma a key players bebre make bad choices because clubs no brands no f4 mo and sometimes they are moved by money but with this sikanechi bebre obeyira and any problem with these players and they Randall Colomwani and the manager Igo Tudono on your fan of the talents of Randall Colomwani and then a big worry no but Juventus was strength than AS Roma because what sir Juventus winning midfield battles nina mean how Roma ebe win the midfield battle because sir Roma Juve born ahodim was or more gritty na Roma so gritty there should be somebody or technically clever and gifted but me winning a creative spaces for the attackers to score. And then you know Juventus Nico Gonzalez who can do that and also can yield this the boy from Turkey who can also do that but Roma any star player no they can't overly rely on Abrentia your friend Manuel Pellegrini they can't rely on Manuel Pellegrini and that is a big worry now Juventus say Abrentia be career say Abrentia any chance under manager na your friend or Igo Turo na the career ni be or a very good at talents. Samuel Mbangula. The guy is a very good player. He is a top talent. He is a prospect. Undo why, but he will get there with time.
Uncle Chelsea.
Samuel Mbangula. Samuel Mbangula, do you hear your time? Game time. And they are me, I believe, say Juve is not the right place for him. He's from the next gen. What him say? Afnajan or Juventus next gen? Win him.
Yeah.
Felix Afnajan.
Yeah.
Our own Felix Afnajan, AS Roma, and then Cremonese, and now our Juve next generation, the next gen of Juve. And so he's in line to make a senior appearance, say, in Yomako year. But I don't believe in Igo Tudo. Igo Tudo, a one manager. During the playtime at Juventus, he played with players, I know, Moya Benwaha. He played with, that is, Alessandro Del Piero. He played with Zinedine Zidane. He played with David Trezeguet. He played with Marcelo Zalaeta. So he believes in Abenwaha. Your coaches be you're from checkbook coaches. And he's one of the coaches. He will buy big. He will want to buy big because he will be pushed by the backroom staff to buy big. Not to so many time more so but it's into the Miss Roman Bangula and our own Felix Afnajan. Miss Romano at Juventus. Because he's at the next gen. Who for next gen I will call the senior team. Now my midfield let me call it Spain. Sevilla against Atletico Madrid. Sevilla manager from Jose Luis Mendiba. Ubekaya when or the Europa League, the next season Sevilla struggled. He won the Europa League for Sevilla. Your friend Jose Luis Mendiba. When or Europa League for Sevilla The next season Sevilla started to almost struggle. But Sevilla in that time be I'm this manager. So what happened was a manager from Mendiba left Sevilla, not joining Olympiacos in Greece. And until date, Olympiacos are the only Greek club out European trophy. Okay. And it is under this manager, from Jose Luis Mendiba. That was when he won the Europa League trophy. Jose Luis Mendiba. And Mendiba get trophy the next season Sevilla in time amano. Because they think after winning the Europa League, and so we go boom in the La Liga, but I'm faster. And when I joined Olympiacos, was the Conference League at the Olympiacos. In history of Greek football, Panathinaikos, AEK Athens, Astaras Tripolis, and that is those clubs in Inano. They say Olympiacos now be the first set of Greek football. Because I'm open on European trophy. And it was under this same manager, Mendiba. But currently the coach of Sevilla, your friend Jose Pimienta. And Jose Pimienta, Barcelona, Catalonian of Barcelona. And Pimienta, Nitzimna currently or de bono. Maybe you say a paperweight. I don't believe in Sevilla currently. And the offer area, that is the coach now. Obo Barcelona during the playtime. Jose, that is Pimienta. Yeah. Now, currently, we have a Sevilla team now. The weakness of Sevilla your midfield. Player B was Sevilla as a talent and you're wasting a talent. Your friend Juan Luis Sanchez. And Juan Luis Sanchez was part of the Spanish golden generation that won the Olympic gold. I'm using the word golden. I'm choosing my words carefully. Golden because they won the Olympic gold. So he was part of that golden team. So Olympic gold, no France na final. Yeah. No share France. Mm-hmm. And Juan Luis Sanchez was key. On your Brent and Barcelona friend Fermin Lopez, omo nyina talent na so omo ye pe but now Juan Lopez no air drop it because of where he finds himself. Juan Sanchez, Juan Sanchez.
Yeah.
Baby was a say or Sevilla and he's dropping because for Sevilla midfield now. Albert Sambi Lokonga or Arsenal, an Arsenal player, but he was deemed misfit, known to me more in the Premier League. Only like or a prospect, but then if he's a talent in Duhoye. So or Kwananam baby can know Sevilla. Or no was the DM. No saying what the experience Nemanja Gudeli. Experience Nemanja Gudeli. But Gudeli and Lokonga no, they wouldn't bring the best out of Juan Sanchez. And they have when from Juan Sanchez no. But for more attack now, after losing Youssef and Nasiri, and Rafa Mi, currently no, we are more attacker. That is Eduardo Vargas, this guy, Ruben Vargas, Isaac Romero, any Dodi Lukabakio. Out of the three players, Mistrone Pai in Sevilla, Dodi Lukabakio, or a DR Congolese. Of the three, on the Mistrone Pai, your friend Dodi Lukabakio, on the Mistrone Pai in the Sevilla team. But Atletico Madrid, I had the most disappointing team to me this season. This season, from where I was before I came here, I predicted, say, who played team of La Liga and I was Atletico Madrid. And I considered their squad quality and in-depth. Shram one weakness of Atletico Madrid. What for area of goalkeeping now? Yano Black is number one. The backup, your friend Juan Musso. Juan Musso was once upon a time the number one for Atalanta.
Yeah, Atalanta.
Yes. And now, Braback line, no. So who was Cesar Spilicueto or versatile? Who problem they say? What's our Gimenez? Who Renildo Mandava? A team at Atletico Madrid. Komu Finfin. Rodrigo de Paul, what we are singing and say, you bet DM position on him, or say, on him, or like, say, you control midfield with Ahmadino, one of the best players in the game. That is Rodrigo de Paul. Now, apart from that, the young boy, Giuliano Simeone, the son of Diego Simeone, he has also shown Pablo Barrios, Rodrigo Riquelme. Yeah, and let's go Madrid in terms of squad quality. Minim Ebia Prince in terms of Conor Gallagher, in terms of squad quality and depth, me who Madrid and Barcelona can compete. Okay. And what about attack now? Shall attack no? Fekeke, Angel Correa, Julian Alvarez, Antoine Griezmann, Alexander Soloth, a DMU. But then they wouldn't say let's go on Jerry because they said they're out of Europe, they're out of the Copa del Rey. They said La Liga then just on Beji. They said the season is more or less over. Until the players are demotivated. Until they say, who tried let's go 100 match and why are careful. There are players I say they are demotivated in the side. The only thing realistic chance in the say, Ombe hope is Real Madrid and Barcelona because of the European Champions League in Intino. Omo better concentrate so that they will be faltering. No mono omo page omo game. But Atletico Madrid problem here, they are consistently inconsistent. Inconsistencies is the worry, is the disease of Atletico Madrid. Now, my main field called Germany. One team I hear show me Pie Mainz. This season they've been my team of the Bundesliga.
Mainz 05.
Mainz 05 since I say Mainz, What them say Germany omo pe numbers pa. Omo no omo bibia mu ye bia a number. And see the zero in Germany annoying. Now for a 5 near that is fünf that is 5. Now 0 near annoying. And see club it says Schalke 04. Say one monetary would see your moi. And ran wako ka Schalke Monfair. And your Monfair. A annoying fear. That is 05. A 04. Fear. Or an annoying fear. Schalke annoying fear. And Mainz, they are also a new funfa. Just a 05. So money claim from Odoi new filfa. That is the club Mainz. And in their history, since they had a club on the 16th of March 1905. Omombo Brase, Omoko Europe pay. This is Mainz, so they'll go to Europe. And one man away steer Mainz to their track. Obey the unthinkable. When him said this club, Obiani Omuba a Bundesliga, a Jürgen Klopp. It was Jürgen Klopp who brought Mainz to the Bundesliga. And Jürgen Klopp named Mainz about Bundesliga. No, a movie from there to Dortmund. And from there on, they say Mainz, this season they are competing. Oman Bundesliga table, no. Where Bundesliga table now? They say Mainz no more fourth in Germany. Yeah. They say Mainz only number 4 in Germany. 45 and Obia we changing Mainz destiny. Your friend Bo, that is the manager is Bo Henriksen. And Bo Henriksen was once upon a time a manager for Brunswick in Sweden. We're coaching Hossens in Denmark. We're coaching Midtjylland in Sweden, that is Denmark. Now we crowd with Zurich, and that is the man, Bo Henriksen. One of us said the history of Mainz. Mainz play, because I want to say, any top player no more. But in football, sometimes determination, dedication, alone, plus at least small talents in a discipline, no, you will get there. And they say Mainz is a boy, Usro, and I'm against Holstein Kiel. And yena Panthers, when a prince in him say Mainz Beshe. Yeah, dear Daho, some Mainz Beshe Holstein Kiel. And that is the manager. I call him the magic touch. And the magic touch, Bo Henriksen, it changed the destiny of Mainz. And next season, who Mainz were Europa, credits in I am for this manager, I am for the Bo Henriksen. And Rabbi Munich say they are ready for Inter Milan. And say, am I ready for Inter Milan? They would have to bang some of their players. And then goalkeeper now they were 21 years. And no arrested man on Noya into Jonas Ubig, the 21-year-old, and not starting here for team buying. And apart from that, no, Eric Dyer wouldn't say Inter Milan only be more. Into Eric Dyer no partner with Kim Min-jae because still I saw her careful because Bundesliga on Jim I saw her careful into about Kim and Eric Dyer. Now in a right back no this time about Konrad Lema. No about Josip Stanisic at left back. On your right on your left back, but Josip Stanisic. On ball Alphonso Davies because there is Inter Milan on the horizon. Now in the middle no about João Palhinha. Palhinha wouldn't pass since of Fulham. Join the Bayern. Wabe as a French. On Tanya be more. Until you have to experiment him in the game against that is Augsburg. And Obono Obo João Palhinha. No, or some partner with experienced Joshua Kimmich. Now in attack no or call or be a game no. Because he has to win into about Michael Olise, Leroy Sané, Jamal Musiala, and Hurricane. Unfortunately, Musiala pra. The Misrama Bayern Munich can say, when the Champions League final will be at the Allianz Arena. The Champions League final will be played at the Allianz Arena in Germany. And Bayern will host the finals of the Champions League. Until I said Germans no money excuse not to go to the final. And say Musiala ne prano on a very big blow. Eddie Amati, my friend Bayern Munich. Now me for them called Saudi Arabia. Now in the Saudi Arabian League, Kevin De Bruyne, let me with Saudi Arabia. Now, Kevin De Bruyne says here the 10-year stint at Manchester City is over. Kevin De Bruyne, he has paid his dues to football at Manchester City, and stories say they would want to build a golden statue for Kevin De Bruyne. No, it is in order. Because more give you or more all to team and friend Man City. You can't take away this man, Kevin De Bruyne, and he has rewritten the history of Manchester City. Players no more rewriting the history of Man City now. This man is one. Now in history of the Belgian game, your top players be a Omobo Belgium. I say man from Adrian Kwamoso because in our time we only limit ourselves to Romelu Lukaku, Eden Hazard, Dries Mertens, what have you. Now, guess what? Once upon a time in the history of Belgium, enya the little Pele. In French, you're from the Bebe Pele. The Bebe Pele of the Belgian game. The best player at Belgium for Fiso Mwehu, you're from the Enzo Schifo. Enzo Schifo make an answer me, or you're the kickstarter to the rich vein of talent seen emanating from Belgium. That is the man, the baby Pele. 1986 World Cup in Mexico. He was the reason why Belgium equal semi-final. He was the reason. He carried Belgium. He was a very young man. Enzo Schifo. Okay. He is one player here who Belgium Enzo Schifo. Yes. Another player American Assam.
To was what they bother we are. What's up my us? What the Betway?
Yeah, quotes.
Weekend edition of Sompa Betway us neighbor.
Sure.
Eti Obianya Let's. Yeah. Bra Facebook kuno so Sompa 93.1 FM. Bra bedra so enche the course neighbor betoso 10.
Sure.
And now be this be first kapa.
Weekend is good. The weekend is good. Enti Enzo Schifo during the play career no, he had stints with AS Monaco, Marseille in France, and Torino. And till date, he is regarded as one of the greatest at Belgium. Another player, a friend of Paul van Himst. And Paul van Himst, the career in Obama Anderlecht, that is him. Between 1959 to 1975, Obodima Anderlecht. And Oko Anderlecht, he's a club legend. That is Paul van Himst.
Okay.
He's a club legend at Anderlecht. The last one, the best goalkeeper Belgium, who Enya Coutois. Mesropa, Wok Utienyepa, Enya Coutois, the greatest goalkeeper at Belgium. The greatest goalkeeper, Freno, Jean-Marie Pfaff. Jean-Marie Pfaff. And he's a great Bayern Munich goalkeeper.
Our better tell Coutois.
Historically. The greatest goalkeeper Belgium, Coutois Gusso or carving a niche. And this man constantly made it. He was part of the 1986 golden generation for Belgium. Jean-Marie Pfaff. And Jean-Marie Pfaff, and they nickname when I type those names, your friend that is El Simpatico.
Okay.
El Simpatico, Jean-Marie Pfaff. Apostle de Minimso Niminapa. Jean-Marie Pfaff, the greatest Belgian goalkeeper, Jean-Marie Pfaff. And Kevin De Bruyne also the career span at Manchester City. And now bought the greatest Belgian players. What did Kevin De Bruyne team back out? Because for Bobra, both for the national team Belgium and at club level. At the end of Kevin De Bruyne who that Waje Club World Cup. Waje the Premier League countless times. Waje the League Cup, the FA Cup and what have you. Now let me tell you, football has shifted to Saudi Arabia. I'm out for a dream course. Mom, the table of the Saudi Arabian League. I'm out for a dream course, so cry. And right, there was a game between that is Al Nassr and Prince team, Al Hilal.
Yeah.
Now, two coaches in Munina tough. Two coaches in here. So that is Pioli, Stefano Pioli, formerly of AC Milan. And Papa friend is Jorge Jesus, formerly of Benfica. And Ronaldo Mushiaye. Now in the game, look at the quality we had for Al Hilal. Yasin Bono, Morocco's number one. One of the best goalkeepers in the game. Yesenia Ruben Neves, one of the best ball carriers in the game from Portugal. Yenya Malcolm, once upon a time player for Barcelona and AS Zenit, no Monaco. Yenya Alexander Mitrovic from Fulham. Yenya Brent, your friend is Sehe Milinkovic-Savic, formerly of Lazio, and he's second on Saudi Arabia, and he's doing it big for Al Hilal. For Al Nassr, no, Yenya Ronaldo, Yenya John Duran. Yenya Obiti say Bento, Brazil's number 2. Yenya Bento. Yenya Sadio Mane, yenya Marcelo Brozovic. Na bra, sub match where you cost us a 7 producer. We real league bia, there no be. Superstardom no ho. And then there is a game Ethiopia, and game Ethiopia near that is Al Hilal. Any Al Ittihad. Now Al Hilal ubenya Riyad Mahrez, ubenya Roberto Firmino. For a Al Ittihad ubenya Karim Benzema, Fabinho N'Golo Kante. Ethiopia now was Saudi Arabia.
Okay, thank you.
Into no bra sikaya adiu.
Sikaya.
All the time me catch was bra who niska to a dream. Abrabo no preso benyeska. No nyeska no mo no mbeba.
Okay. Odin heba bites. Me patcho the os neba. Os no ye the baba to Facebook no suntim pra Facebook no so Sompa 93.1 FM on the Facebook now follow now share. Now what the message neba no pay back and kai and so the amount. I watch you so Sompa 93.1 FM on the Facebook. Na wa follow na wa share now the message and so abba ti ye the baba dropping us no weekend edition of Sompa Betway us. Ye the baba to Facebook no so kwa. What I say? Etina ye tell no. Me pacho ye tieni mame fanto ani mu say wonya odin heba bitters no no bebo pa. Odin heba bitters. Eno na wono no ma usisi mu be den obo herbal and medical research center. Eno na Prince wono odin heba bitters na no pa na wasore a wokọ aduma no. Obo so ba na epra se wode hene wo makuma mu a ade nyina beyeye. Wode hene wo makuma mu a ade nyina beyeye. Na so wo se police ni ba ano papa ne che etia bonkum ana ne tinu no so etia de fa na se anajo ne ment man koso nya broken heart current man nya ho adwuma ye ena ba sa wo ma ne sa so fan to obo bi obeka bia want so what you say ena wo sori ano panesa wo yire eko pipe ano a chese mema sebo form nya odene heba bitters oba wo ku pipe ano prayer ye twam na etia no ko hu ni kunu ntimi nya ne ho adwuma ye ti da bia ne buofu pacho nya odin heba bitters na bema wo yire enko pipe no bi wo ankasa wo de dance enso de ebeba kama pa ana fem pacho ba me fanto de say prekese powder no enso wo dwaso ye rade prekese powder wo nya bi no ma boost immune system no kama obo herbal and medical research center wado ato adumanu what ya so ko wa obehu ne cha ko ko ase a diabetes, hepatitis, hypertension, stroke, asthma, ni nyino mpacho betu ase me pacho udru Accra ye wo Kaso official town udru Nkranza so a obehu ye cha kwan e odwira kwan so me pacho de tenesa wo ne Obo Herbal and Medical Research Center 18 komo 0249761508 0249761508 ahoma obetimi afre Obo Herbal and Medical Research Center na fe woni almost wetimedi nkomo ye twanedi ai wedi anope ya dale *426*6# ne miaso umiaso pebos options ni be yaba options ni ba na wa choose lucky boss aye mega cash lucky boss sika aye 10 gram ne pem ho ne gina ho weekend twanedi ne twanedi *426*6# no miaso a me say ubechedi u kra 5 Ghana cedi pe ubetime di bear 5 billion old Ghana cedis ye mega cash sika pem ho sika jere na so more fire nya sam ke talk kranti ya the us ne so back up apart na me catch us cloud internet ehona me pacho de tene say wadaroma ebia opasa wotwe internet ade ko fie wode ko adwumam ema department bia so nya bia eye cloud internet what is IPv4 installation security loss ni nyina ye digital security loss ye and of web hosting with cloud internet Ghana service nyasam kitokre bo adwuma pa and of CCTV camera installation and a ban IPv4 installation and surveillance and of Wi-Fi and hotspot deployment ni na no ye adwuma and of internet connectivity be bia ye de beko cloud internet bo adwuma pa top high tech kwane so a ye ne ye Love FM any din hwede mu nyasam kito what as intene ne nkomai 0246 601-933-0246-601-933 ahoma betuma for cloud internet betway best ever yes a brother drew obia emra sway obia emra Facebook re so ye the us ne ba we ya Sompa betway weekend edition us and ye the eba enya sekitokra Philip Kwabra Nkumsa El Celebro I am ready. What the Baba Toso at the May, Mr. Weekendy, Ober First Nika, Ube Disika, and as hey, Messay, a Symbian were chain. Cash in receive. Yaka cash in receiver. I love you, ma. What I say?
Let's get the Wunya pen or spirit in about.
Missing the baby, oh, energy drink.
Yeah.
Now, energy drink, and one cash in receive. What I say now, Tom Moso, Abasa. Was Uchima de ne ewiase nyina ye de de sika fure moja
we woni oba ne kasana kaskasam sisi obi
masa mesisa woni sika wuntimi ne romantic
oh debi
wa woni sika wuntimi ne romantic wo betima chesa ampa romance wo ti ase pa dis sika shi botom Philip yanko
weekend be de pa and weekend so definitely games no start here ne to say the Prince kan 11:30 Arsenal lunchtime kickoff versus Everton a big game by your courts in here you were the mega accumulator you were the cerebral bite into your courts in a four courts near the mamu very simple but your best stress from next week it will be maximum 3 courts maximum 3 courts
me bacho wa utie ye no bra Facebook no so say bia ye wie and our best friend a little me patch up bra Facebook no so the code no and the two Facebook no so nti bra
into what say ya no
bra na ebe for code free Facebook no so yes ye wie na be kase na little na send me na WhatsApp me there be me patch up bra na ebra be for code no Facebook no so Sompa 93.1 FM Sompa 93.1 FM u follow na wa channel do message na ba me say weekend u be physical for pian ku
yeah, the mega accumulator, and the code name 1A510C7D, 1A510C7D. Let me repeat that. 1A510C7D. That is the mega accumulator. So your mega accumulator na the screens no so no. See, uko Facebook obenya the mega accumulator. That is it. 1A510C7D. That is the mega accumulator. That is the mega accumulator. Now, the other three are the mamu. The other three, no. The next one are the cerebral bites. Cerebral bites, no. Your 1A, 50 EC 68. 1A 50 EC 68. That is the cerebral bites. Cerebral bites. 1A 50 EC 68. That is the second code for the day. Now your third code no enuni. Third code no 1A 50 D2 C 6B. 1A 50 D2 6B. That is our third code for the day. But Mr. Mopa, the attorney said there was an error regarding the mega accumulator. During the mega accumulator picks, no, so for masters of a mega accumulator and so no biansha mega accumulator, make one some crazy. Mega accumulator, no, the Kosi and say there is a game be able to that is June at the Club World Cup between Benfica and Boca Juniors. The game was picked. And say what for mega accumulator na we yi sa game na film e we twa nkai no. Ti enie pa. So we betumi atwen so till June dia eno de wasem. Into for mega accumulator na there was a mistake in picking Benfica versus Boca Juniors. Game no June. And no ya pick eka mega accumulator no. But error. So betumi atwen dia ene jana sa. So we ntumi ntwen so a ene yi frame so that and any ochneya wafo usika. It is very simple. So mega accumulator no, there is an error regarding that. And na material no yensa na bibia beko pepepe. Now there is another code. Ayade mamo ene. Na another code no way for ultipe. Way for ultipe. Ucha ubedi very simple. And this is the code. Code ni 1A 45 1A 45 56 F6. Must have some phone two screens no so. 1A, yes, 1A 4F, 1A 4F 56 F6. That is our last code. And that is the last code for
okay,
the
okay.
Until we are done with the codes. F4
for the 4 codes.
Yeah,
and what the ama.
Yeah.
Ninyina be weekend ya.
Ninyina be weekend. In China make us a mega accumulator and there was an error in picking a game June.
Okay.
Into no wo bia wo code na no say sa game ni say wuntumi ntwe till June na no we ebia no koye yi.
Okay.
Ebia okotua school fees and ebia girlfriend be so to ade be ma no. Into we betumi yi sa eno no Ephraim na we twa nkai no.
Oh.
So they are good to
we
go.
Can do the sika.
Into weekend there sika. So last code no so na that screen so no. That's our last code. Anyway, they are just 4 odds pay.
Okay.
Into no. I say yes, Kumbe Oda.
Anu bottom.
And you mean a mechatro. So very romantic. So,
anu bottom. Obia, only can be on your romantic. Asam kakrebina the buofu. What you say? Into yes, Kodopokuna Abano. Atosu market. Bermartin take us here pa. What? How did you stadium? Kodopoku. Said the Biamono stadium. Wow, how did you, Papa? The beer one for the whole report to Bremi. Kodopoku.
Oh, in Afako. Was it Kotoko game? Legon City, Diana. And an argument be a Bahuana or near Brig.
Okay, Pacho, Muamosebusa, Anna Motesa. I did just say, Shene, Shene, Chile. Okay, yeah, drop it, course, no comments, Nimu, eti, Brabafa code, no, Sompa 93.1 FM. Now again, Twaso, Auto, Apa emission. Was it the last code? Last code, no. Yeah, they told Facebook could also teach us. So, Daniel Abwati was a little king and the crew. Charlie, keep the fire burning. I love you all. Yeah, that's it. And after Patrick Vardy was a Sompa all the way. Adi Batman was a where is the code? Why? And that's Afro was a high. Okay, and after BDK was a Sompa Sports more fire. Okay, Patrick Vardy. Okay, thank you. Jacob Yabua was say hello. Samson Sieme was say nice. Okay, and Afro say please can you test me, Mr. Nkumsa number for me? Hey. Richmond Dalton was some more fire. And Eddie Kobe was say they should sack their coach. Okay, Winifred Sam was say Sompa more fire. Okay, and was say I don't understand why Manchester City has built a statue for Sergio Aguero, David Silva, company and want to build some for KDB. But why have they ignored Yaya Toure, who is proper legend of their club and won Man City their first trophy in 35 years? Is it true? Or say it's true City has named a training pitch after Yaya Toure, but I don't think also. But I think also he deserves a statue. Where Joseph J. Owusu Casemiro messenger or dear Bannon feeling junior message, you know how say Hala Madrid, okay, and Mehum Minuani and Anthony Abeka o message, you know, and so Ababedro Anthony that say, and after Ajenin Giovanni, o message, you know, so high and coupon shop, and Mehu another message, so and also Eba, come pa, Owusu and Sir George, o message, you know, how, and after Daniel Opokwat, so what you like from Breman, Busu Krua, Kumasi, thank you, bro, and after other messages cropping up, will show no swinty, Repemini Bay, dear Fro Pedro Medina Cruz was say monitoring the best sports show loud and clear inside Indianapolis, Kumasi, Thanos, Kesben Johnson, Chelsea 3, Brentford 1. From Pedro Medina Cruz, the message or Diaban Vapaji, it was say Phillips all the way today. Is weekend, oh, next month for Chenko Fiatma Blackman, also what you like from Accra. Pig farm, okay, yeah, that's it. Thank you for your message. What they about what you mentioned. So, Gifty Bill G, it was say, I love you guys. Yes, your daughter. Also, Vincent was say, more fair, let's talking. Thank you. Papis, man, was say, my man in Kumsa, keep up the good work, okay. Opokwa Jaman, Raphael, also Sompa, no size. These are some of the messages that ever on the show live on Sompa 93.1 FM. Yes, Cinco de Mario, or Mani Nina Cinco. Ababa Trase na sini wesi atete na no nyasa kweto ehye to na mana ne to ache de setati man kwan no o ja se ehye to sika gwan ho eti wadaruba na me ka to se nya hunchu capsules obi a bema wo se obi ko na mo a na ni bema so bra ensu bi na mo se wadun so want me control no Johnson no obi Johnson want me do obi boss wo jakos enti boss wo den said na me want me control this wo jago hunchu capsules le betima boa wo oba Johnson filia eye hunchu capsules nya bi no na bobo pa oba so oba wo nam ho wa dress wo yi ne tui kama eku try mu na ne shape no okọ no oba ye France brafie so a wo so ma me ko afuom this o hwe akora yi masa da bi me pacho bema frɛ wɔ so timinya kukurudo na wusia no ɔso kofie na Daniel Warrior entinya Araba Bazen ɔba tete wase hɔ ayɛ ne nkoye Araba Bazen na bido no na se ɔbɛkye sɛ hɔ de what just here na for Mr. Kill bema so opɛchi ni di pa no wobɛkɔ na ne bema no odrum pa so ntimi nya adwuma ye tena bi obɛdi atini saa wokɔbɔ so wɔtim na tariem di atini ne mema sɛbɔ fam bomode so sebetuma ka Mr. Kill na Mr. Kill be bom on tedwe mo ye den what I say who say mema so a omota petaki no mo bobet le bia no mema so nkoyi na bia bo so akika se bo ka se ko twa de to aba bomode so sebetuma ka Mr. Kill what I say Mr. Kill be man town so no petaki Obama taso ya na nse da petaki za no de bia opeso wo free no what I say when your space what I say enti ye nya Mr. Kill na no pa mi ho akobi de mi awie be ma so na mi dwaro yes be ma ba no what I say bra no bo na sanfa na do be ma fam eti mi Mr. Kill enu kunu Ghana Limited for the this no we nya bedwa so nya bi no ne bo o ma mu be bi to no bia no sabe to makabi enu kunu for di nkomo 0244275429 0244275429 me pacho wo we bojo a me ka cho se ko dwabe rura bank se bra be bi account keke we ma boso na for that we dwumanim ana fe wo so a wo niam ba bedru ene dwabenfo enka momai na me ka to se dwabenfo de wo momma osika wo de atre we dwumam kama what ya se wo niam ba bedru mbetima mo osika na fe wo de akwakoyi niam no dwabenrua bank mo ye super mo ye heavy afa oba wo mo so ye adwuma wo any recognized institution biam wo Ghana ha o qualify so wo di loan enti remu wo dwabenrua bank o momma obosia afa fixed deposit o mo de aba no yefo no ahoto super fixed deposit eno kwa wo wi a wo sa gira so as a collateral sa de jebosia kama risk bianim eno ye dwabenrua bank enti rura be bia wo be hu dwabenrua bank o mo branch bia ram just so for my separate impom Roman Hill Adesima New Road afei etimatim aboa so babia a obewura bia no dwabe wo ho eno muni nkobo wo homa we so 0544745856 0544745856 ya homa obetumi Alfred dwabe rura bankana fo no modi nkomo omani nyina sinko atrase wati ase wa hwina santigo jesi no sika so hyɛ no ho ɔboase ni abrante
I tell you
so we are wedding so we invite ɔboase for mema ka hu say ampa bo na de besi on ma nye se gold no me baby area be free no ye be dress ya ba ye ba be didi unko no once di nkwa na de agum yanku yanim.
Yes, let us yedase pa na me da say one makonya say me fa afisem na mra ye chance ya na ye chance at the African Premier League matches weekend because we match day 26 na games eba so de tennis out of folk omu ene Mediama Sporting Club enebo ochina ewo Accra Sports de manya grokra no me anse pepe na game no eba so afi Heart of Lions ene Asante go game no so ye no me ansa ewo Pando Stadium o Dreams FC ene bebi ene go Stars bebo FC Samatta ene Accra Lions ebo Young Apostles ene Legon Cities ene de bo ni Basaka Holy Stars ene Brekum Chelsea Aduana Stars ene Vision FC bebo and afi Nations FC ene Carolina United game no abaso on Monday into weekend di games eba so na de ho nsem ede atudwa Edemati for Ewo Jumedi so na my phone to and him say gamer House of Folk and Mediama Sporting Club Ebon coach your friend Ibrahim Tanko ni coach Edema Mediama Sporting Club what in some pedia to the head of gamer woman House of Folk Ebon Yami Adumo channel di to just and a man tiano oh woman prepare ye pa for game woman House of Folk Ebo on Sunday our the Nations Wembley Accra Sports Stadium yente coach your friend Ibrahim Tanko.
It's a team performance. And I think from the beginning of the week, the boys did very good training, and that's what they took it into the game. And I'm happy that we have these 3 points. Now, the next game is Accra House of Folk. We are preparing very well so that we will get our points over there as well.
No name sama Mediama coach friend Ibrahim Tanko di two just na no ha say Nations FC boy no on say Nations FC House of Folk 1-0 na we betima boa aye moral booster de ma Mediama no matimi akwa House of Folk on Sunday
Today, and I think we have 2 days more rest. Definitely is good for us. So definitely we are going to prepare very well and then go and face them. I heard that they are playing today and they are one goal down. Definitely it's not good moral for them, and I think we are going to use that as a motivation for our team so that we will get something out of them.
Yes, I know any sama Mediama coach friend say Ibrahim Tanko di two dwa anopa don one sama mama House of Folk na Mediama yam fan to just ticket rate for some big game I ever saw Chinese in the city popular stand 30 Ghana cedis, center line 50 Ghana cedis, lower VIP 80, upper VIP 100 and a VVIP 150 Ghana cedis and none pay yada won some Emma Mojumedian so anya some go to Accra na yam fun two just a gamer baby any goes as almost so jina kono ajeze o game am say omni Dreams FC and ebo night of game baby any goes as any Dreams FC ebo no and a coach a friend say from poor man so dia to just say oh wo mo prepare ye pa for Dreams FC.
About Tuesday against Lions and the next day now because within 1 week, so immediately after the game the Dreams game also they started, and for me yes we know the strength of Dreams. They be almost free, but this season they didn't start well. But somewhere along the line, almost me pick on pieces together. And your game, because a walkover, not at all. But for us, yes, we know what we want, so we know how to also go about it.
Sama coach friend say from poor man so coach adama baby and goes as ori atudwa na ebusa ne say oko league table no so a omuda kotoko achi pe na ade apote na okache na mrante ne yentie coach from poor man so
and obi enim what is at stake omunim baby a omo free ayo mo do hase me I always tell them say maybe we don't have to retreat. We don't have to surrender. Yeah, back a long way. So the now we don't have to waste it. As I said, continue to rather rather pushing more, and then we try to get what we want. A game, you needed the points seriously, and that is how
The goes as coach friend say ono so friend Poma so the two jano paya don say Maduana Stars any Vision FC and coach Shoba Aristika Edin Komo say Oma prepare very well for the game Omo and Vision FC able on Sunday.
Now focus from next game from the Vision. I will see the team to game. I analyze the Vision. It's not bad team, it's very good team, and it's coming here from fighting from the points and our play. I need to understand if our team is not working hard and if our team not go serious and our team is not concentration and go aggressive from win the game, again we have the problem in the game. But if our team is go serious and concentration from the game, if we can win the game.
Diana Stars coach friend say Shoba Aristika carry two Diana the opposite number I coach friend say Kwakwaje my coach Adama Vision FC ono so kasa fa game omu ene aduana ade boani Nyankopon ya adoma ochina no yentie no.
They were able to get a draw, and Adriana is one of the experienced sides. Remember when they came here, they were able to get a draw, and the organization is really good. The way they play, both in defense and attack, is really good. One of the oldest traditional clubs that we have, and Adriana can really give you a headache when you go to their home grounds. They hardly lose there. Your best probably might be a drawn game, but I mean, this is the game of football. Anything at all can change. So we're going to be very optimistic going to Adriana. Coming from the back of a win, it's very important that we control the confidence of these boys so that it doesn't get over the line, because once it goes over the line, we tend to...
na Legon City's homo any young apostles and a deal boy near no and a Legon City's coach a funny your champion dia to just or ye do bet me be no way team the free relegation zone or more than yentie coach yawe jampo.
I think we are playing very, very good, but we are missing a lot of chances, which I think if we, as you are saying, we are working on our goal scoring. So if we take our chances, we still have chance to survive. I think we are.
No, and some Legon City's coach, a friend is Yawa Champo, two Jana Heart of Lions, and Santiago Conebo, Pando, Majiwe, our history pa, and as I much here beto and a coach Bashe for a coach Adama, team a friend is Heart of Lions, not to just a gamer, a very tough game by into coach Bashe for.
I think it's a tough game, and so playing Kotoko is not a mean task at all. So we have been striking the balls after losing to BBNE, and so we are prepared to face them. And we know Kotoko is a big club in terms of supporters numbers and everything, and so we know they will come in their numbers. We are prepared, and we are expecting a very good game. And at the end of it all, I think the better side will carry the day. But playing home, we have the advantage. So I think.
Yes, I know, and some Heart of Lions coach a friend said Bashe for the two the opposite number. I coach a friend said Prosper na Togo coach Adama Santiago go. I know the two just kwano wapa and the Hube yaze on bedun temna on my rest for the game so on Sunday abra omo and Heart of Lions ebo el pando yente coach Prosper na Togo.
As you said, it's going to be a long journey traveling from here to Pandu. We are likely to spend about 8 hours on the road. And if you look at the physical nature of the game we just played, energy sapping, but then we have to travel. So we've managed our recovery training very well, and we are hoping that we get there early and then have some rest before the game. So we are ready, and we want to keep the momentum, the tempo going. So we are very ready. As you said,
Prosper na Togumza Asante Koroko away performance no say no si hunu no so coach ekasai
a challenging task, because if you look at their coach Bash, he's seen it all. Ashgood, Mediama, Asante Kotoko, other teams that he's coach, he's seen it all. Very competent coach. He knows his job. He has some good experienced players in his team who also understand him. So when you are playing against a coach who has seen it all, and who also has players who understand the game, who can read and analyze the game, who are very competent, it makes it a little bit of a challenge. But then that is how the game is supposed to be. So we've identified all these factors, and we are ready for them on Sunday. It's always
I am some coach friends Prosper na Togum di tudwa na on coach friend say Bashe for no say our competent coach or say experience or league mo bia ni no moje leg wa Sante Goroko or kwaje leg wa Shanti good into experience pa and on my on Koroko away performance no na bibia nya fan yentie no
them videos. And the second round is said that the dynamics of playing away is always different, because teams are trying to get points to win the league or to stay in a respectable position or move out of relegation. So we've told the players all these things, and they've come to understand. So I'm sure this trip, their body language will be different compared to the previous away matches we have played.
Nene sema Asante Koroko coach friends Prosper na Togum di tudwa ya de won sema mam na game heart of flash na Asante Koroko ebo no yam fan to anim say rate ni say the city popular stand 20 Ghana cedis, VIP stand 30 Ghana cedis, and afi VVIP stand 100 Ghana cedis and pay ya de won sem ema modwumedie so a enya agrokwa na mam fan to anim say Asante Koroko boboko no say out of game omuni out of lines ebo ochina wopando ndie and say players omutimi trading ni say the city am Fatau Sedu, Frederick Asari, Mohamed Kamara and afi Benjamin Chum Womu aye fogo keepers no mu available afi Samba O'Neil, Michael Sefa Henry Ansu, Daniel Ajete, Patrick Asedu, Anna Joseph Ablomi defenders, Justice Blay, afi Abrante defenders Andrews Intimenu, Samuel Tenedu, Emmanuel Entry, Michael Chedramina, womu aye midfielders, Kwame Poku, Isaac Minta, Peter Kwame Du, Babayaya, Samson Eduku, Fernando Wisdom Basi, Albert Amwa, and afi Elvis Cheba for me no attackers omutimi train kama pa na Kwesi Asante ne personal training ni na say I'm not just or running kakra or pitch no so I just anya grokra Saka Dauda enso ebomodie pa na oye present training grounds or on say when timi antini na say na no da otimi enya ankle injury bra wom any brekum Chelsea di boani na afi IMC member coach Efansa Kwesi Apia and a technical director Efansa Malik Jabo nominal present our Dako Judge in your just anya some good gra and upon on say ana Asante Koroko bua makatema or edu money extra kwando and ano pay ya de hon some emo jumedi so enya asam kotra kronsa ebeto just young apostles coach Yefana Abdul Rahim no on the beto dwase apamane so no pay Mr. Waka bomodin pa di nkoma akọ ama de to dwanse coach no mompam no emum no sala no kodi ya mu hanim ze nyankopon ya adoma next week obetima return kama pa ne watimi so ateni with younger possible boko no na bibia so watima fa na no pay ya de ho nsem ema wodwumadi so a enya asam koto akura na latest on said the national and the 15 team no wɔn de wɔn ni ɛkyerɛ Israel ɛwɔ adɛsɛ tournament ɛkɔɔ so ɛno yɛ Mondialito tournament ɛkɔɔ so ɛwɔ Eilat Israel. Coach Yao Preko na bɔ ɔmɔden elidi mmeranteɛ na nya asɛm koto akora na wɔn first game wɔn bɔɔɛ no wɔn ɛhyɛ 4-1 na ɛnya agorɔ akora wɔn ani team a yɛfɛn sɛ Maccabi Tel Aviv wɔn under 15 team na bɔ wɔn hyɛ wɔn 4-1 ana afɛ wɔn bɔ ɔmɔden so hyɛ 8-0 against Maccabi Benai Elata na no so anya game koto akora no pay yɛde ho nsɛm ɛma mo anya asɛm koto akora san so na the Black Queens of Ghana ɔn sɛ wɔn de wɔn ani akyerɛ Senegal achese omgo so ekoya hoboabo pa omo ene the Teranga Lioness of Senegal ene betim so diabo ani enne na no coach a ye fansa Kemla o coach adama the Black Queens of Ghana wakasa out of game Ghana ene Senegal ebo ene no
together for 2.5 days now, 2 trainings, waiting for the third one, and then the game against Senegal tomorrow. I think it's going to be a tough one. They play physical. It's going to be, I think, a good game for us. We need to move the ball fast, but if we do that, I'm sure that we have the potential to win the game. We have some information. Our analyst, Ronny Bergdahl, have done a good job when it comes to watch them, and he will give us all information that.
Now, Black Queens captain a friend is Portia Boache, ono so kasai.
WAFCON no ho. You know my boda 2 times ewa Accra, but to me enkasa oni wo mabontie bia the same performance na omo puti no eno anu omo de ba dane de nyina bibia de esesa so ye no ase team no na yeso ye hu se ba na omo ba no omo so qualify ko WAFCON na bia so omo so be pray say omo so betumi awani because ya awani omo 2 times in flying games say so enye easy
sama Black Queens captain a friend is Portia Boache the 2 anima anope de won some dem am na le tese gina so na de afisem na sia na won na bedwafo ahwem
yo me da se omani nyina sinkoro no o woskatu o shirt no just na shano na gold nko a nya asem keto akra ti obi do ka se sinko do ka no waje because anope shene pa nya asem keto a sinko yanko ene mai bema
Yejawa oh
on say no cry
oh me 1 minute
now salt in yanu asinko de
30 seconds
on wa KGT and okoni kuro mu
30 seconds no ma pre what to amani
over we nyama ni
ombra ho kra
me I believe in truth and no cry na wo kan na sinko no na mo na osekwa
me I see what you don't see
yeah
de mimi hunu
nko na nim de hu
say we are serious ba sika e good
prince me hu bibi wo no
prince
ba ono wo hu yanko
mi nka hwe yanko eni why
hey amani
openyi
na prince yanko
openyi yeah I do hu de me nka openyi yanko eni Ghana under 15 omo games no omo cowboy you see unya games ne kakra hwe na
under 15 no tournament o mkoboy who's kasa wo mu de abade
oh openyi ebeba me right now what I want to look at is how you basically develop a game. We've always been talking about it. A few years down the line, you who says even when was the last time you qualify for Olympic Games, under 15 tournament, under 17, 20 tournament, you participate in all these things.
15 years. 15 boy.
Oh yeah, and right now we all know say under 17 African air competition near Koso. So we always say Koso. We are not part. And these are things I MPC. And right now you and be say a may nije ye mubi na may nije because I need feel say if only it is going to go this way. Na ensesa bi ama near the plans ni go akoma ma enkra na ombetimi aba benyini am ya ba benya the next Derek Boatin, the next John Pencil, the next John Mensamo, the next Asamoah Gyan from these air chaps the next day that you mu we mu na ebenya omudi free nti ya me hu ne ma bi si a manager pa only if say path no monams ne no ano befa so de akwa because giving them this kind of exposure at the age of 15 years imagine 15 years on team more professional football and team man 5 years our system if only there's a proper laid out plan aye Ghana a system aye dey ato for these young chaps now imagine say obefa this system no more for 5 years the moment obedu 20 years afa dey enim say ni mu amia to be able to play a professional football ye game no obetumi aba into the limelight no 5 years through the process of Ghana football no ebeboa amie ne mu asesa ne mentality ni bibia to be able to be tuned in a way obebo at the high stage e Ghana na adwene ni bibia ne development ni bibia na ebekọ smoothly enti me hu ne mabisia na mani age and looking at these young boys no utietie na ohwe nkomo na utumi say these are proper talents no and they needs to be nurtured. Maccabi Tel Aviv no omo ne omoko boy no though we can say so we a small match bintie bia enye ade bia but at least we know say these are teams omo ye well structured because Maccabi Tel Aviv this is one of those teams omo academies no omo mfa ni agro omo junior size no omo mfa ni agro so if they able to go there win games against them at least it should tell you something if you try to nurture them and put them on the proper path and never bet me abo oh yeah can you say there maybe the omako Israel at least a step forward this may make point to at least it's a step forward omako Israel it's omo the proper plans go come say next one enye Israel no mbeko
omo bobo ya to bomb agrani dwane
oh they obedi abeka sim dia kwesiwo we jawa oh but at least it's a very good step
and
oh Debbie let's say when is ade ayenko yanim da on the match when is ayenko yanim da so at least it is a step in the right direction aye hope say enema say no monto aso and 20 no say na no monto aso na enko nanim and una can be biana okay
numbers uba Premier League
well member Premier League came na nka me kan ho asem kakone Black Queens no unse ye ma football edru ba bi se be kan okra kire ho a na enu na take over no help to be fire team no na take over asa no omunya proper results than a mema football no kra so be here no every results ni very very good and we are just hoping second be take over no these are things and I said this is the one of the national teams now in proper progress into over take over no you better say from baby and not have to eja no hono and I always said it here so Northampton was the ideal person and you can see eja no kan maneko but one or two issues in the known ye nyina enim and o maja no kan maneko enti edu baby ebe halt some kind of development bi na yekoso but yakwa Kimaba we are expecting say baby and Northampton eja team no ekoye no at least on to us no on my progression and quadranim because who your man is very very good and if they are going to go that way or make me progress or Senegal so my team no in recent times you so so this is going to be a test match for them so a proper results after that game now the local game is near Ninkomo on say 2 big games for Baso has to folk bebo mediema and we are
I know you
and I didn't yeah House of Folk name dem enye ehu papa
House of Folk name dem game a normal game
well to you say that way I understand the point meaning baby a free ba entina make say meaning baby a free ba but a crucial game
but this game that is coming on between Kotoko and Heart of Lions
yes entina make say 2 crucial games
there is a tradition between Kotoko and Heart of Lions
yeah
anytime you be see bia ehu pa
and let's not forget Dreams FC is be any good stars so ebe here no but with Kotoko Heart of Lion games to man fa enu nikan openyi the last 3 games omienu abo no say Kotoko are yet to win
na me catch on
the last 3 games Kotoko are yet to win so at least it tells you that kind of game e work Kotoko enim and Edruba be na Heart of Lions squarely lead Kotoko on the league table let's not forget that too and this is a certain Heart of Lions last season They were struggling. But this season, they've been able to come up to the extent, say, they are also in the race, contending for the league. Those say, you move near Philly, say, oh, Heart of Lions there, or contesting for the league, Nana, or contending, Krana, on Timinje. You move your that feeling, no? But it doesn't take away the fact, say, Heart of Lions are in contention. They are performing very well this particular season. Almost at fear. And the club here Kumasa Sante Kotoko and Ebebo. And it is going to be one of the crucial games. Kotoko be here this kind of point to do something, and I said to prove something. Let's take some 3 years back. The last time I Kotoko, in the Ghana Premier League. And then the last time I had to folk in the Ghana Premier League. Only said these two teams. Omu bien hon may lose games more than an answer up to 10. Samatex winning the league or lose 11 games. Medium winning the league or lose 10 games. So far, Kotoko did the league table or lose 5 games. And the last time Kotoko winning league, no, or lose just 5 games. Listen to this. The last time Olusu league or winning league, no, Olusu just 5 games. We are almost done with the league. Kotoko lady will lose 5 games. And I am just hoping Kotoko should be able not to lose more games and also make us have the feel of say Omo and Asa House of Folk leg now. They are able to not lose more games but rather win more games. Because House of Folk, the last time Omo win the league, no, Omo lose just 7 games. But when the man Samates by no Omo Biano, Elusu double the number of games. On the way no. So Kotoko is very much aware of this. Omunim the headler, and going into this game against a Heart of Lions, no, believe you me, they will need their Arsenals to be able to, come up and bail them out. They won't Justice Blue Okoba, and frankly speaking, the 2 games for me, I'm not impressed. Let's be realistic. And can you say Justice Blue at least? Or there's some kind of stability, be some kind of leadership. Be say be our losing in leadership no, but at least SNK who exercise from Kokakrabi. But it has always been about say Justice Blebo near any free more. Nothing to do than say Sayaba. So why are more games now abona? Tell me and Justice Blebo not to say be or that bad. But the Justice Ble performance and Kebe here no, ye name free no. And it's why on it. Inti man na be adwuma ni nyina ye yi ni free mu na ye de 10 duba pe the storyline ne be say 10 duba ye no and a game ni mu sesan ye. And right now is it going to be 10 du starting or Justice Blaze starting? Because right now in Kotoko the midfield even the entire team obi anim say the most informed player for Kotoko inti manu. You cannot bench him with the form Ekutano right now. So is it going to be yet again Justice Blaze? Because we will need the experience in such crucial games. And now say do add that kind of flair on the game, the kind of dispositional passes now or them or muno me here in 50 mana. Kotoko will need someone obet me abwa to unlock the midfield the Kuta Heart of Lions. And ewe on no so Samban Dongani. Though he leads as the leader at the back. But Musa say, is it going to be enough? Because for me, Michael Sefane in Rongani Diano, it has been okay, but not that good. It has been okay, but not that good. Always acquires a Samban Rongani and a Jekotoko or Metronum, understand as the top pillar there.
But that's it.
And going up against a Heart of Lions, no, it is going to be a very crucial game. And Kotoko will need to come up and make us an main Heart of Lions because this game, Heart of Lions knows. So Monsuno, if they're able to win against Kotoko, it brings them back into contention. It is going to be a very difficult game for Krobia Kumasa Sante Kotoko. But we are just hoping that they'll be able to go have at least a draw. At least a draw. Which will help Krobia Kumasa Sante Kotoko. And Heart of Folk in Mediama and they saw see in your game dada. But frankly speaking, I see Mediama preparing much more better. And we Heart of Folk on my last 4 games now, it hasn't been good. Just a single draw. and Mediama even ent now no more say in this game against a certain House of Folk side or more a form guide coming into the game nenya no or met now lose to them. Yes, Asare is also out of this game.
Me the video ama
okay.
Safo ya my matches ni be Premier League, Ghana Premier League matches ni be. Me the back be ascend ya now they are two TV na so yes, two paste, yes, two brush. Nyebi na fetu chose. What I say, unya yes brush ni bia ye won krade ho, ye won penifodi ho. Na what tibia to so, utibi to so. Now the twitch was say ye won yes whitening care ho, and afi o yes heba care, and afi yes total care, and ye total pack. What I say, into that some could talk yes two paste in there. Paste just a woody paste here, conducive for Africa and weather no. And a buama was in so a yetting power was here chinamno a yetting upestia moja ma what as one should daw a 2 palm 1 yam and we yas to paste enough brush in the a do chem yas a good talk crime say brush bien organ ha obet my cousin brush in your papa yas brush no hey and we am useful fear. Yes, brush and come up, papa. Would you use to be no far dance brush? Would you chew catama? So it is a yes, a PFB be your fruit catama. So, yes, we are super what free to trade in a yes, I'll several Ghana force out with quality. What just saying to yes, where the master pa and yes, of good talk. Opening. We can do actions, a lot of actions.
Actually, a lot of actions. Now, you say you're very loud, so what I cried pa. Some parts of the Western region. Just now, the message.
Yeah.
May big man be a friend or two lawyer. Adiambra, Seganita Crady, or say on Alan Pojo, you know, I share show no. Now, AJ Mensa or Ituma and such a crobo.
Okay.
Honestly, so I share show. So let me say good morning to them. Now, in the Ghana Premier League, there are a lot of matches coming up. But Lions team no, yenya time na yenhwe Lions team ne ye. Lions ekura one of the reliable goalkeepers in the league. Yenfa eni nko ne so. Yenfa Lawrence Osei. One of Lions number 1 currently. And Lions unim say so say you do the weeks that we are in the Premier League, you know. Lions were contenders and they are still mathematically contenders. On paper, maybe we say Omon Beji Ghana Premier League na true. Korokone Gold Stars. But now no Koroko are my favorites to win the Ghana Premier League. See masem ni yepa. Koroko me favorites for the Ghana Premier League. But on paper no bibia say Gold Stars ne Koroko. But kuna eje Ghana Premier League no. But my can ofia and I will never shy away from what I said say Koroko. No more Ghana Premier League no. Nothing will change. Bibia answer. Now, pound out of Lions. But sure for that building a side bia. In terms of mentality, we are very tough. We are brand, we are hearts, we are koroko. They don't fear. They attack bulls by the horn. And gone are the days and those were the times. That was the name that is Pound Out of Lions. Oshianas or no bar and found it war. They were teams, sir. They were a teamer, Omoma. Lions a Heart of Oak Koroko a couple of seasons ago. Then we are returning to the Ghana Premier League. And this season, no, the kind of former Omar picking may anyam because they have one of the experienced couples in the game in Bashir Rayford. Now Bashir Rayford ni team no. One player sometimes na man for any corner super brave, but or a very good a player, yeah, a brand friend and no pon. Say, one out of Lions special go bia in a game. One of the players are constantly is on the score sheet. They didn't ever score sheet so you brand friend and open. He's been scoring goals left, right, and center for a pound out of Lions. And almost say was able goalkeeper. And one game, I think a game of the season for pound out of Lions was when Anna Mediama na omunyi omuna infi pedal also. Mediama was in top shape. No more it was a game between Mediama and Lions at Takwe and Aboso Park. That time now in my stadium near Takwa and Abosu Stadium. And Mediama tsna Takwa and Lions in Mediama ball 0-0. And I want a man for who said no, you for a new Lions team no suye pa. Now they are a threat to a more fees on between Ghana Premier League. You know. And me and Yami, they are doing a very good well. They are doing very well in the Ghana Premier League. They are playing against Kumasi Asante Kotoko. I wasn't too impressed when I'm here Kotoko through democracy. My brother Prince rightly said, Justice Blay, I said the form now de kakra. You who the best of Justice Blay when he played against true democracy. Well, me blame me be because me Justice Blay pa. Me nyina na won twa ban water crady. Mini nyina na won twaban. Minim Justice Blade during the play time at second 11 wise. Ni dianka say na nkukur maka ofia pen. I know Justice Blade in and out. Inti minim say Justice Blade form a temporary, but class is always permanent. Justice Blade actually say he's a class act. Internet and the form na start the form no akọ form kakra yem blame injuries take it toll on the boy Justice Blade. Now Kumasi Asante go to person or league na at the Lions den wo pando no at least anya hwe kra no enso munya draw anya hwe. But my worry is that Bibiani Gold Stars currently, why Bibiani Gold Stars are Bibiani Gold Stars currently no they are leaving no stone unturned. Say no so on month say so go be no abo.
But to was it suffer for kotoko videos no ane media ma videos no fabito TV no so my na yanku yedem yanko.
Bibiani Gold Stars and now more travel ko akwankran. I think Tuba Park. Omoni Dreams FC na ebo nyambo edo ochina. Okoba against Dreams. Menu we na him say Dreams form na a purple patch. E kosro kakra na asan aba fam. Inter na game no Dreams FC bono. The likelihood so be better no Gold Stars able to me any victory over a Dreams. But this time around, as a panther, maybe a panther. So as a panther, the me who say anya she crown Gold Stars benya draw e won cry. Tie pa anya she crown Gold Stars e benya draw e won cry. So Gold Stars nya draw won cry. Kodoko lusu a e be blow. If Kodoko loses to Pando out of Lions, a bear blow, and I'm sitting here and say this. So Kodoko winning Lions, a Gold Stars be winning. Me say this Premier League this season, no, it will go to the wire. This season in the Ghana Premier League, it will go to the wire. The Bibiani Gold Stars, some motivation, and say Western region are doing something exceptional. And in the last 2 seasons, the league has been won by teams from the Western region, Samatex and Mediama. So why can't they? I didn't know Momun to Minja Ghana Premier League, you know. Omu individually brilliant players. Samuel Atakumi, he needs no introduction in the Ghana Premier League. He is an individually brilliant player. Watch and over the time, he's a top player. And they no money things at my team, a friend Bibiani Gold Stars. And Gold Stars of one, they say they are looking up to Kumasi Asante Kodoko. And where the point gap between Gold Stars and Kodoko 1 point. Says here Kodoko L45, Gold Stars L44. And momenta Kumasi Asante Kodoko. Momenta Kumasi Asante Kodoko. Ebe Lucy game no. Ebe blessing in disguise. Edi ama Bibiani Gold Stars. Inse Kodoko must be extra watchful because Gold Stars no chase you mono. The third force are Lions. Lions also him say so Kodoko obenya for the 3 points. Obe close Kodoko by 2 points. Into there is another motivational factor. But I also hear Africa. Ghana League no. Enye team bia na betumi abo Africa. Wadwene ho.
Yeah.
Enye team no kura me kasa asemi wo fia. Enye team bia na whisker to play in Africa. There are teams omo bo Africa omo ties adwo. I'm telling you. Ties now, I say, if you can't flex your financial muscle, never think of going to Africa. Africa no board you. And your quality in the squad there and the ball. So we seek a summon, yeah, one more players with you, was in Africa. You can't play in Africa when financially you are not there. It is very simple. Until no, yeah, so go Africa na a blessing, my they are rich enough. And history, history, tradition, and culture, back here to go to Africa. Bibia chre. Koroko enya sam na ba. Koroko ni koi course in Africa. Ali, Mazembe, Esperance. Enya sam na ba nka Simba ne Yanga bo that is CAF Champions League. Asante koroko when last no boss Champions League. Asam na bo. Senye bibi na ye bibia. If nothing goes to touch the palm branch, it doesn't rattle. Enya bibi na ye bibia, nkanya koroko na feni, enya koroko level ni. Kumasi Asante Kodoko belongs to the A class. 1970 ada yenim koroko de omo ye wa Africa. Yenim de koroko ye in the 60s and the 70s. In the 80s yenim de koroko ye ya. But then what has changed? In said no, you need nobody to motivate you. But one problem I teams face, and I've always said this, you're the bandwagon. If you want to keep your best players, pay them well.
Okay.
If you want to keep your best players, pay them well. I mean, we with the Kim Last issue, no. Just a second on that. Kim Last, Prince rightly said, we're on track with Nora Hoptel.
Okay.
Kemlas Jorgren, Oba Black Stars, no, Oba Black Queens, no. I think, say, I saw there is some sort of continuity. Continuity, ne say, players now are from Munino under the same manager, that is the same manageress, Nora Hoptel, no. These were players and came from for the Black Queens. And Jorgren, on Obey, no, last time I said the highest point in his coaching is Cyprus, in China. But I am not judging him by that. Me judging whereby we will do well in Africa. That is when we play the Alcon. And Alcon tournaments na no. Say ye founding mothers of the Alcon. Ye na Nigeria na sha Alcon ase. But now Africa we your rankings are. Ghana women's football is nowhere near the best in Africa. And you know, they said those times, you know, they even work Africa Football of the Year. They the Ghanaian players in the picture, no. But then they want to GD, you know, why no more Bob Brano.
So Yankasa can let me fear you,
Yes, but I said, Nasa my Messi, Nasa no my Ephraim, Nasa who would rent, Nasa who feels away if you're a commando, and a Wawasama. Also got to assassinate no who dear womb.
Okay.
That is what we have to do. Jorgren is doing something right. Kemlas Jorgren is doing something right. But then, no, as to say Jorgren will get there, only time will tell.
But I say, only time will tell. The man of the moment, or hard getting pa, Mianka Sabe Bra Penny, no. Memfadin Yagro Kra, that's what hard drink. Kodo Poku. He is the president of Atonsu Market.
Oh, Papa.
And that's what Bremen Papa brand new pa.
Atonsu Market, yeah. Send me name, sir.
Jose.
Konyo poku de se mi ame padi. Ye ko stadium ni akoko ntokwa wi ane aba. O ba nyina minim se bi a me de sa o. Me nine penye den ko me nine penye den.
Oh so me ne nine pen to head na so anu em. Ye nyina beam balance.
Ba wo de me nine de.
Beam balance. You for asafwa chenai what you say ye ba me. Kodo now what to say
the king
Bibia boko
onyame humobo. Yes, fabulous the best, fabulous the greatest, fabulous emodeye. Yes, mamintia
na wo pa di be pa ne di dware wa chese kotokodo wonti hu jai e di be wo secret pa ne say wo hu okotoko hu a
chese ka sembi Krobia Kumasi Asante Kotoko versus Etuedi Sahel. Ewa Baba Yala Sports Stadium.
Munche Kodopoku ye, Munche ye.
Sama Chino, Namo Yinahini. Na Naminam Namfo, Doji, Apiaga. Zeminoman Beve. Namno by Mekajo Mose. If you say my help Sama Chino. Every day, Bia, match Bidua, big match. Meba baby na ba akra no makasa mekuo no
hey
omanji ani
o shebo
onyame adom
o shenkom
yes abem ama me hu se o jo tim se ya umora ne kosoro
ampa
o to ade a yeto o ko pe ba akra
na o hu so ye kotokoni a
because onim se ye dia be ko radio so o ba tia
eti team no dia o team no dia
yes yes Obechia no.
Oboboni
oh, a man dear me mo.
Na saka ho mfa so.
Any free.
Any free.
Ken. And mo nyamisam say one man.
Na studio a hu asai.
Oh, yeah, fantastic. Because na me baby am de mani buye no. Be na gabuom. Won say gabuom e boa pa.
Gabuom pa.
Yes. And I must send me bia mu. Nya fe baby a obekuta bibia but we dey one system krokro a oya opia sin japa no mi aso again and china ya match na ekobori here pa
okay
any pendo
match na hu
sa match onye hu
hey kodo
enye hu makotoko
ba say Hereford against Kotoko na wo ka ho asemi
na minim say ba shi Hereford oye coach awo experience ba yanso emnante ne kuta Kotoko no enya matra makwai prayers omuni hwiye o afi yesi yaji 2
Monti 2 so say
me pamacho say video muntwa mu ye mu pusi mama de enfa mama hwa kotoko ye gi FA Cup ni asaji Ghana Premier League because you see a page justice e dia ma ye ni abema pole
to mo gi dia ma pole
oh
mo gi MTN FA Cup
any Ghana Premier League
ana mo start Ghana Premier League no
e dia sene ni munyam because ye gi ya see a person fi ye kwa Africa ye ni agro Ken mama kasi uns ablo
Africa mo kwa masaba
ye hia defenders mi ba ye nya quality defender mienu
abrone Indongani
yes because omu ye pillar so because obi pillar ati ase so we see die pillar no onne hodu dan nyina sorry ase
yeah
inti yes afi ye qualifier ye be koto players unim say maminka ze mi jone ya atagati players be 4 o amanania ye qualify pe ye do mu be shem ampo ye be pe striker o gina ho abeka we mu ye ni agro ye be pe 6 abeka ayi mu ho
kudopoku
nti eya dia ye ni abra ya se eni ntina so ye kro bia kumasi asante ko so supporter mikiso se wode be se otrim se afi league ya bo ya gini ya ko Africa niam ekrum ha ye de ekrum sika be ba ha
okay
so that's it nti kin nti kakra mo kan se wo ye kotoko supporter tie ni ye yesremu edu ye ya match bi ye homu a mikiso se obeba abe supporto club ye kumasi asante kotoko timu no ya ye dia ye na nka meja majumo fabulous the best the greatest emu ye so that's it nti ye timu a me kojopoku me supporto so that's it nti me kakra me kwan se mamu timpo so that's it ye timu a ese supporting ye miki so say ye be supporting ye be bibi because we share enyema ekoso a unim say ya lawyer safuduku was say mo ko ready mo kenche supporters insem having a team no emu be de okay emu be de nti yesre we yakoto supporter yesre mo mikiso say ubeba stadium na chira match go back pe ne wom go back so ye unim say ya match e bonu kuara no eze ni esetu eze ni esetu ya ni Chelsea no eze ni esetu ba ye kenche mo say mo se ekome baako nti e be se ba akope so that nti e be se wo ye club ye kumase asante ko so porta mikiso se wo be bompai wo support team no na team no yesi kin min kasa ase mo bi mi wia video asema me kanya mo fama de mame na me se kotoko ye ji Ghana Premier League no any FA Cup no ye dream ye ina ne kwa Africa nim say kotoko the best the greatest no hona be yaduma
me da say yemfa course no kakra na ye wi a ba be birthdays no de amamona ya sorry so kama party 0551 931 931 0548 931 931 ubetuma frena odo adwenkyere aba jumadire so live on Sompa 93.1 FM kotoko ese omoje MTN FA Cup asaji Ghana Premier League wow okay tumba so moje double okay 0551 931 931 0548 931 931 ubetuma frena odo adwenkyere aba jumadire so good morning. Hello, good morning. Boko, Pacho Udini, baby, I can free.
Because you make a first, yeah, you're my opinion, Papa, Moide.
Yeah, that's.
I could one time to comment section.
Ose?
If you could one time to comment section.
At the whole why? At the whole code need that comment section. Why? Yo, me that's the power. Young Queen 05 hey 0548 931 931 Good morning. Good morning. Hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, sir. Mpacho Ding.
Because it's free. I can't be the information.
Okay. Kwame, yetio.
Oh, me want to say, I'm not much now. Kotokobe ni masina. Premier League ne. I can't if you can for you. That is not really qualify. From why?
Yo. Yeah, that's it. Kwame, so the Bible to so. Good morning. Hello.
Good morning.
Yes, sir.
I design.
Nyankopon hu mobo na so e.
One now, I'm a session of what it.
Hey, nana message ra.
I mean, that day in a bedroom.
What day?
And then the birthday, we just send the WhatsApp.
Hey, nana message ra. Every 1 minute be
another. And then the birthday, we just send the WhatsApp. Because WhatsApp never. Oh, I said this sequel. The mommy don't come. We remember the day.
But that's
it. Yo. I can't tell me. According to so, I want to the boat no kasa obi ampam on to the boat no kasa pasam ni ye.
Yo.
Tell you what kind of league be ya bede. I the FA Cup ni ama ya no for FA Cup no ma for Africa. Because I'm not more bo. Ya no for some bo. The church here be na me adma what na pondo out of class. Ya be so mo ekome. E so ba ko pe. Because that now pam pa 130 na chi. Na fu league ni yandi FA Cup ni ka ho. Then check protocol yen. And you have good thing, our Ghana. So, let's take come on, TV.
But I say, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, Nana Mensensra. Namisha.
Hello.
Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Nyankopon humobo na so e.
Yes, I don't know. Namisha mpa
yeah, that's it.
Namisha.
We did the same.
We did the same. Man, Ernest, ask half a finish so channel.
Okay.
I make come one do for ye. Many more can come. I never be. Oh, Kotoko two.
Yo, Ernest, I will half a snee.
Get in Kumsa said in senior man, the senior.
Okay, in Kumsa say Ernest, half a sing. Okay, that's it. Good morning. Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Good morning, Patodi.
Hello.
Udi.
Yeah.
Mpacho Udi ni baby akasa free. Men TV so.
Hello.
Men TV so. Ne men kasa o phone so. Udi ni baby akasa free.
Hello.
Mpacho Udi ni baby akasa free. Yo, yetio. Oh, me say, Ofra, ya men tio who TV no so. Ofra, ya men tio. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Hello. Okay. Ofra, ya men tio who TV no so. Yes, sir. The bia no on to the eka. Yeah, tio who phone so. Amount concentration in co TV no so. Now, who cast our phone so, but TV no so. Why? Much more fun to me for course ni bio. Mon fan na yenye birthdays no. If you na young queen. Happy birthday to Vanessa Nana Oye or Accra Sir Franco or Lawson FM Lawson TV. And also wish Vanessa Nana Oye Accra or wish you happy birthday. Or where chinyam asa when munyam Vanessa be biashe ties no. What I say, absorbing pipes in the year Jumapa. Vanessa Nanoye, happy birthday, Nyakupon Sha. Franco said, Nyakupon Sha, Panafi, and your birthday, no, Bibia Enkoye, Eso, and Famau. Another birthday to Pearl Affle of KNUST Library. Yes, Pearl, Nyakupon Sha, Pana, Onton Kwanem, Nadia William Piano, Star, no, so yeme fe pa, Nyasa Ketokra, Pearl, no. Na nigel hope happy birthday Nyankopon sha na fidi oye bia no enkodanim kama pa from Omahene Yaw Adubuache Sompa morning show host and I wish you happy birthday or say Nyankopon sha na fidi oye bia no enkodanim kama okay where different one okay Tim Pachamon Fanche happy birthday to Lydia Lydia Fashion ahonjo AK Afia Bunya and your birthday from Omahine Yaw Adubuache and was say yemfa birthday wishy and famon mame Yankopon sharp na if you want to nkwan wate na omenyina nkosunya kesefo sa happy birthday mami wenyini pass on ho fe what you say when a chesampa or your bar no fe come up happy birthday to Kojo Amate of United States of America from Kukua Janto of Sompa TV. Okay, Brakodio, Yankopon Shalon Ton Quan and Water said he was started to one honey who green air fat Nasam Kitokra, which is yes, a Shadotopa Woska into Kukua Janto say happy birthday to you. Yankopon Tin and Nimchao. Now, Donald Trump says, "Yeah, a money just man count America or Yankopon Sharpa, and Nadia Tenano." Another birthday to Ernest Yabua. Okay, Ernest Yabua, Ernest Odro Yabua, and your birthday. Happy birthday to you, Ernest Odro Yabua. Yankopon Sharpa, na for Anton Quanem. Na de we piano, Oman Tumpon. Nana men sensual. Monfa the picture into TV no so yes nana men sensual no owo boase udu oboase ya nana men sensual de obi amfani ni agro kumase aso obi amfani ni agro won we bia space nation no yes we pani pa na ni atepa na ni afi pa na ade ba kwa me peda na men sensual asem say owo do onu obi anante what as na kuma ye pa adwen papa woni tim enti nana men sensual Nyankopon hraw na on ton kwanem onyo kese Oma ubi bia so entumpon. Nana mensa, God bless you. Na ompeja ubi bia wate. Ti yedi besi. Konopo kuya kwa yedi si.
Atonsu market pabwa nyina so as
okay.
Uko atonsu market.
Omunye he wo TV.
Yes, omunye me. Na ya papa nana ma message so boasim. Happy birthday. Ye silia ko
Quality no.
Yeah, man, happy birthday, pa.
Okay.
Yamentunukum.
Okay.
Atonsu market empabwa na meye. Yampabwa Obama man quality one. So that's it. Bibia de wu here bia. Frele taken and who can.
More for
the mother that is Atonsu market empabwa papa makra medase.
But I say, yeah, they see Siabonga Ashanti. Bye bye.